Hey guys, J-Man here in the Phantom Zone. We're just gonna do a little bit of our Saturday night hanging out, chill stream. We're gonna talk about. There's a few things that did come out though. We're gonna talk about Peacemaker, Batgirl, the Batgirl suit that we see was dropped. I guess Superman and Lois, and we're gonna talk about a little bit of the book of Boba Fett as well. And just see where it goes. I am waiting for a couple of other people who wanted to come on. So Sean, I think, will be joining us a bit later, and Arkham is going to be coming on as well. So we're just gonna see how it goes. We're just gonna like kind of hang around a little bit till a couple of other people show up, and then we'll just kind of go from there. But as usual, I do have someone waiting backstage, so let's bring him in. Hey, Steve.
Hey, J-Man.
All right, so we're keeping it loose, you know.
Yep.
I think these Saturday ones we're just going to keep it pretty loose.
Yep.
Talk about whatever's out. We are doing. Are you going to be on the Karate Kid 1 versus 2 panel on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. I've got Marc D with a C coming on to help us out. Clobberin Times may pop in as well for that one.
Cool.
And we'll have Sean for sure. And then I don't know if Greymalkin, because of his schedule, I don't know what's going on with Greymalkin if he's coming on. I probably won't even send him a link for that one. It'll just be because I think we've already got. If there's gonna, I like an odd number so someone can break a tie. So if we are able to get Marc and Sean, that's going to be 4, but we'll have to deal with it. If Clobby can make it, he'll come, and then we'll have 5, so that will be okay.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do. I think we're going to be doing Dune versus Dune. So the two movies against each other, maybe in the next week or 2 weeks. Okay. So if you want to rewatch Dune, let me know, and I'll let you. I'll give you an opportunity to rewatch part like original Dune. Because you saw the new Dune, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do that. Now I might get the Echo Base Network guys on for that one because I know they're fans of Dune. So Coach, for sure, I don't know if we're gonna try to work it out. We're gonna try to work out, and it'll be the theatrical Dune. It'll be Dune theatrical versus the other. We won't do the extended version or whatever. To make it fair, look, I like to talk about what came out in the theater. Not so much like, oh, let's go into all these different versions and recuts and that kind of a thing. But all right, so let's bring in our next our second panelist. Hey, Sean. Hey, Zach.
Hey, what's up?
Arkham's going to come on. He wanted to come on, so he's going to come on at some point, and then I'll open it up to everyone if they want to come in. So there's a lot going on. We're talking about Steve. I was talking to Steve about possibly doing Dune versus Dune, so Lynch versus Villeneuve.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to the Echo Base Network guys to come on for that one. So that might be pretty fun getting us all, because I know they like Dune, especially Coach. He really likes Dune.
No.
And I think the new Dune was his favorite movie of 2021.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that'll be good. We'll have a few people on to discuss the two Dunes, the tale of two Dunes, not the TV series Dune.
No,
I didn't think that one. I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get so that'll be good. So I don't know. I haven't scheduled that one yet. But so Marc D is coming on this Wednesday for Karate Kid.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Clobby might come on as well. He's gonna try to rewatch the movies. If he doesn't get a chance to rewatch them, then he might not come on, because he hasn't seen them in so long that he's not sure if he can. Like, I mean, I could do Karate Kid.
I could do it now, yeah, but I'll probably try to rewatch them.
I'm not even gonna rewatch.
Yeah,
them.
I've seen them a million times, so it's like maybe there's something more I'm missing. I don't know.
I'm trying not to rewatch the movies that we're doing just because I like to go in there. It tests how much passion I have for them if I can still remember the facts and what they do. So I'm actually not doing that, like for any of them. If you decide to do one that I don't remember, then I'm probably not going to do it, because if I don't remember it, then I probably don't care. Then I won't.
I never remember anything, so that's why I rewatch them. And the thing, like Karate Kid 1 and 2, I watch them all the time on AMC and all the time on DVD and all the time on anything else, right? But I'm sure there's something I'm gonna forget, right? So
I mean, we're gonna like I mean, I'm not like I've seen them so many times that like it's just like
I might get bored halfway through the first one because I've seen it so many times. I'm like, okay, well,
like I know everything pretty good. For those two, I would have to rewatch I think I only saw part 3 twice or 3 times, maybe. I think I saw it in the theater for sure. Then I watched it maybe like on VHS or something. Maybe watched it 1 or 2 times on DVD, and then that's it. And I don't have the Blu-rays of Karate Kid. I only have the DVDs of it. And I got the Cobra Kai DVD season 3. The Cobra Kai is only on DVD, so I got those 3.
I only have the movies on DVD as well. I don't have the Blu-rays. I know there's like more commentaries, I think, on those, so I might get those. But yeah,
I'm the only one who's got them all on Blu-ray, including the remake.
I don't have I have the remake on Blu-ray, but that was the freebie.
Yeah. No, you're right. I have that on Blu-ray as well.
Yeah.
But I've never watched it since. Like I've seen it twice, and that was it for me.
I think I may have sold my copy, to be honest. I just have zero desire to rewatch it again.
The reboot is good. There's nothing wrong with it other than it's trying to supplant Karate frickin' Kid. It's like, it's sort of like if it ain't broke, Yeah,
like I don't understand that reboot. Like it doesn't except for making it kung fu instead of karate. I don't see the point of it.
Plus they should just, they call it Kung Fu Kid overseas, right? They should just call it that, right? But,
they should just call it the Kung Fu Kid, and then we would have been like, oh, it's sort of, and then we'd say it's sort of like Karate Kid, but it's Kung Fu, but it's a little bit different.
The ending's stupid because they took too many cues from Jaden was a kid at the time, and he suggested he does a big video game move at the end, right? And it doesn't make any sense when you watch it because it's like they don't lead up to it. All of a sudden he does this cartwheel kick, and it's like, where'd that come from?
That was dumb.
It's like the crane kick is built up to. It's like it's an emotional payoff rather than an action one,
right? Because Miyagi's practicing it on his own on the stump or whatever, right?
Jaden Smith is. Yeah, he's just a weirdo, man.
He was pushed into films. He's not a movie star.
No.
He just isn't. He has no charisma. It's like,
hey, what about that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Did you see the trailer for that? It's like a big serious.
Was that real or fake? Because I thought it was
serious.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think it's real. Okay, someone in the comments if you know.
Yeah.
No, Bel-Air or whatever. It's like I liked Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so whatever. It is what it is. But then I watched this trailer. It looked very serious. It was
making a serious thing is I'm okay with that. It's a new take. It's not trying to reinvent the thing, right?
Yeah, but it just felt weird. I'm like, oh, this will be fun. I'm like, oh, this is kind of.
It's the Battlestar Galactica of.
It's the Battlestar Galactica of the Bel-Air.
Battlestar Galactica with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Because those are night and day. Those things. It's like.
I mean, it's real and it's awful. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I'm like, I don't know. It's like, it doesn't seem like it's Fresh Prince to me, but I mean, I guess we'll have to see how that plays.
It can't be Fresh Prince. That's the thing, right? Like, because Fresh Prince it was about building that guy's brand, and he was a happy rap artist, right? And they can't do that here because this isn't building this guy. It's not built on the personality of the main guy, right? He's playing a character this time. So,
yeah, it's like the Kid and Play movies, which it's just basically Kid and Play.
It's Kid and Play doing stuff,
right?
And full force.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Oh man, look, we can't do House Party 1 versus House Party 2 because House Party 1 is 10 out of 10, and House Party 2 is I like House Party 2.
You can't move with House Party 2, man.
Look, when Play gets trapped, that's Steve's favorite part.
under the bed with the blow-up doll.
Like that huge guy's just going off on that woman. It's like, and the bed is like contracting, and Play got stuck underneath it.
But he just walks in the room and he's immediately under the bed.
He's like, he just got and who hires full force to be security guards? That is the greatest thing I've ever
move.
But no, honestly, House Party 1 is 10 out of 10. Like that, and then like how he won't watch Dolomite, that was funny too. And he's like, oh man, I rented Dolomite, and I was like the only person who knew what that was at the time of that movie. And I'm like, oh my God. And then he's like, oh Dad, he's like, but son, man, I rented Dolomite. He's like, oh Dad, Dolomite. He's like, what's the matter? You like Dolomite, don't you? And he's getting all angry. He's like, he goes, you grew up on it. It's like, and the Dad's like, what's the matter? You like Dolomite, right? Oh man, that's great.
Everyone forgets the Saturday morning cartoon they made on those guys too.
Yes.
They had the animation of them doing the feet or whatever.
Yeah.
But the dance off in House Party Part 1 is great. And that's full force singing that song, that Ain't My Type of Hype song or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got so there's lots to talk about. Let's quickly just go through. We're gonna get to Batgirl, Peacemaker, Superman and Lois, and let's start with Book of Boba Fett, because I think that's the one that people are least excited about, I suppose. Are you guys caught up on the Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think? Like, there's a lot of people getting angry over this show, and I'm not seeing it really. I'm like, perhaps it's not the greatest thing there ever was, and they're saying, let me say my piece before. they're saying like, oh, it's not that good, or Boba Fett's weekend or something, and Boba, they've turned Boba Fett into this loser. Well, I'm speaking for myself. Maybe out of the three of us, I'm the biggest Boba Fett fan out of the three of us. I'm just presuming, but I was pretty disappointed when Boba Fett was Jango Fett clone.
Yeah.
So to me, Boba Fett was already quote unquote broken in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah.
But okay. Hold on a second. So Arkham's here. So hold on. Hey, Arkham, how's it going?
How are you doing?
Hey,
Did you
good.
see that they're doing a sequel of Flashpoint? So
Yeah,
awesome.
we're gonna get to all of that. We're gonna get to all that. We just want to. We're gonna do the Book of Boba Fett first. Then we're gonna do all the DC stuff, because there's Batgirl costume, there's Peacemaker, there's Superman and Lois to talk about. So there's a lot to talk about. So I just want to get Boba Fett out of the way. So
I liked Boba Fett. That was very good.
Yeah. Okay. So see, Arkham really liked this episode. So okay. So guys, what did you think of the episode? Sean, what did you think of this one?
I didn't like it that much. But the thing is, like, I'd watch it again. I think the thing about Boba Fett isn't that I'm comparing it to what I think Boba Fett should be.
Right.
In relation to the world around him, he kind of seems like an idiot. A lot of the decisions he makes and the leniency is kind of stupid. Actually, I wouldn't fucking do that. It's like he does a lot of things that are dumb in the world that he's in.
Right.
No matter, no one respects him. He seems like a very weak leader, and I don't know why he's doing any of this. Why is he pushing so hard to be a crime lord on Tatooine? Why? Where did this come from? I don't remember that in the other movies. It's like so he got thrown into the Sarlacc pit in Return of the Jedi, and he came out and goes, you know what? I'm going to be a crime lord now. Why? I don't get. It's like I don't know what his goal is. No. It's like he's burdening himself with fighting these other families, and it's getting tense. To leave. Who are you? What are you doing?
We haven't seen. This is Memento.
They haven't established him that well, and regardless of any establishment, he just makes stupid decisions. Like, I don't know. I get the story beat of hiring that gang of kids. Right. But I don't get why you do that. I get that you need that beat to happen, but it just seems like disingenuous. The kids are stupid because they can afford all this great stuff like that eye and everything, but they're stealing water. Explain this to me. So is it that they're spending all that money on their crap on themselves, and they have to steal one that I don't like them then?
No, I don't think that's what's
the
happening.
Vespa things. I don't care about the designs, but they move terribly. And it's like that chase was slow as crap. And I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke or not, or they ran out of money or something. If you're on a speeder bike, it should speed, and gravity shouldn't have anything to do with it. It's like it's on wheels, but it's not. It's just hovering, and it's just and it can crash and it can skid as though it's on wheels. So why is it hovering? Like all of that stuff. I think this is where the wheels sort of spun off for me for this show, because if Boba Fett's going to continue to make soft-hearted, stupid decisions, like, it's not that they're soft-hearted, they're just dumb for the place that he's in. Mm-hmm. And if they're not going to explain to me why he gives a shit about any of this, then I don't understand what this show is.
Well, I think, again, like, look, I explained this as Memento. We're getting...
I hope that it's like Falcon Winter Soldier. Like, I can only really... This episode has struck me bad. But if by the end of this they explain everything and it all comes up together neatly, then I'll be like, you know what, it's a good show. I can't really tell you till like they tell the whole story. Right?
Well, I feel like there will be explanations for certain things that people have questions for. They'll probably explain it in the next episode.
Yeah, I mean, you never explain swordsman in that other thing. So
like, I think like what's happening is that like you're getting two simultaneous storylines that are going to meet at the end. Like it's literally Memento. Like, because after he burns the Tuskens, we don't know what happens. Yeah. Right. So the next episode's going to, or whenever, is going to show you what happens next. And eventually they'll meet up together and it'll be like, okay, this is now Boba Fett. I guarantee you there's going to, well, I can't guarantee anything, but like there's going to be something more going on with this. And the thing with the teens, I don't think they're buying, I think they're salvaging and stealing droid parts and augmenting themselves. I don't think they're buying it.
Straight up said it cost him a lot of money, that eye.
Oh, that it cost him a lot of. Yeah, okay. He said that. Well, okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. So
it's a badly written script, is what you're saying,
right? Well, but they can't afford the water, right? Or they feel they shouldn't pay for the water.
Sell your eye then.
But then he has no eye. I don't know.
He has another eye.
The point is that guy's a shyster. The other guy's a bad guy, and he's charging more.
I can't sympathize with those guys.
Yeah, the swing line guy.
Steve, what did you think?
Oh, I was fine with it. Like, I wasn't angry about the kids and the parts because they're just kids. They probably got these items in order to augment themselves so they would have some worth in the world. That's how I sort of looked at it, but it didn't bother me. The thing is that these guys have done such a good job with Mandalorian. They've earned time with me. So I'm willing to sit back and say, enough of this is going to make sense that it's going to be fine. Like, I have a feeling that Boba Fett's doing something. It's obviously with the Pike Syndicate, right? Because he's got that guy spying on him and stuff. The Wookiee he let go of, the Wookiee's going to come back and help him at some point. Yeah. You know, it is going to come together. So I'm a lot less antsy about this because Filoni and Favreau have bought currency with me with the other series that they've done, which is more than I can say with a lot of the Marvel the Marvel Disney Plus guys, right? So they bought no currency with me because other than WandaVision and Hawkeye, the series have sucked. Right. So I had no problem with it. I liked him recruiting those kids.
Yeah,
and I like seeing
I like that. I like the story beat, but it just doesn't make any sense in that scene.
No, but like to me, it's just he's amassing. Like if he's going to be a big crime lord, he's going to amass an army, and that's what he's doing. If he's going to take on the Pike Syndicate, he needs an army. That's why he got the 2 guards right off the bat. That's why he's got Ming-Na Wen still with him, and that's why he's amassing more people. So
yeah, but why is he taking on the Pikes? Like what?
It will be.
Just
I'm
be a
sure
bounty hunter like
come
you
up.
Before.
This is one where I'm going to agree with past Sean and say let's.
Yeah, last week's stream, Sean.
Yeah, last week,
not
Sean.
This week's
and
stream, Sean. Who is not the same as last week's Sean.
Nothing has gone on to piss me off yet. But that's also because I've sort of taken a page from J-Man's book and say Boba Fett was ruined for me when he was Jango's clone.
Right.
I agree
so
with
it's
that
over
100%.
Now. Right.
Yeah.
Like, why are people pretending that this is a big upset? Like,
I feel like there's got to be explanation because, like, the one thing that I like about the writers, like, it's the same way as Mandalorian, is, like, they always explain like these two stories are gonna like coincide at the end, and everything's gonna be explained.
Let me just say one last thing. Everyone gives Filoni and Favreau leeway. I don't know about Favreau, but Filoni, listen, when that man is told to do something, he does a half-assed job. That's just the truth. It's like Resistance was a Filoni project. Right. They told him to do it to tie into the sequel movies, and it sucks. It sucks. It's boring as ass. It's piss. He didn't have his heart in it. So when he doesn't have his heart in something, it will suck. Now, listen, yes, I will reserve judgment. This episode kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I will reserve judgment till the end of this series. But I have a sneaking suspicion, just a word of warning, and maybe this will come to pass, that maybe they told these guys, like, make a Boba Fett thing because Boba Fett.
Right. Sean's frozen, but I understand.
Sean's outrage has frozen the internet.
Yeah. So, look, my whole thing
he's
is
in the multiverse right now.
Yeah, he's in the multiverse. It's like Adam Strange. He gets that beam, and then now he's beam, and now he's somewhere else. Look, my thing is that, okay, Steve, I'm with you on the sense that, look, they did a good. Look, yeah, you can buy currency. You can buy my loyalty for a little bit. So Favreau Filoni did Mandalorian season 1. I really like it. They bought themselves a chance for season 2. I like season 2. They bought themselves a chance for Boba Fett season 1. If season 1 sucks, they still have credit left for Book of Boba Fett season 2 or Mandalorian season 3. If Book of Boba Fett season 2 or Mandalorian season 3 sucks, then they're back to zero. This is how we play this game.
Yeah.
You made, okay, so George Lucas made Phantom Menace. That was not very good. It's like, okay, well, George Lucas made 3 great films, or was behind the creation of 3 great films. And the 2 Ewok movies, if you count those, ish.
And Howard the Duck.
And then, but let's say in the Star Wars thing. And then he made 3 crappy ones. Well, and he ruined Star Wars by giving us the special editions and not giving us the proper movies. Yeah. So the only person who ruined actual Star Wars is George Lucas, because he actually ruined the real Star Wars that we all wanted. Yeah. All of this, like, people are pretending like everything outside that original trilogy is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of it's bullshit. I don't care.
Yeah, you said that before. Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's all shit. So who cares? Now we're arguing about different levels of crappiness. Right? Hey, Sean. This is a different Sean. Hey, Sean. Yeah, so we're arguing with each other about different levels of garbageness. Like, and I'm not, and it's like, well, the sequel trilogy is way worse than the prequel trilogy. It's like, okay, but the prequel trilogy is not that great either. Well, if you watch 4,000 Clone Wars episodes, then it makes that better. No, it doesn't. I have to watch what I'm watching. I can't be expected to read all of the novels and everything that's come out to enjoy one movie. It's like, I need to. This is the same. This is going to lead in to Flash, and it's going to lead in to this other stuff. George Lucas did nothing wrong. Zach, you just earned yourself a non-invite to this stream.
J man, I think that's a minus 50 DKP.
Oh, let's do it. We're doing it. We've got a call for it.
That's a fucking 50 DKP minus.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways,
that guy probably has like 4 daughters now, and he's like,
so
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we're arguing the levels of garbageness amongst non-Star Wars stuff that no one actually really cares about at all, and will never actually go anywhere really if you actually really think about it. Anyways, so that's leading into the Flash and all this other stuff now. Batgirl. Let's throw up the costume real quick. I saved it on my overlays here so we can take a look at it. So everyone saw this. What is everyone's just quick thoughts on this? And actually, Arkham, I'll start with you on this one. What are your thoughts on this costume?
I think it's like okay, I guess, for like a homemade, because this is how I think about it, because like everyone's complaining online and stuff like that. I think of it because Batgirl's an origin story. It's gonna be similar to like my friend said it's probably gonna be similar to Spider-Man Homecoming, probably, where Spider-Man has that homemade
Right.
Homemade. He makes the suit himself. Then Batgirl gets the new suit from Bruce Wayne, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, and she gets that black and gold suit. I don't see issue with because we're not gonna see it that much. It's probably gonna get destroyed or burned by Firefly.
Right. Okay. So I mean, like, okay. Well, Sean, what do you think of what do you think of the costume?
In the context, well, first of all, was this released by Warner Brothers or no? Like
This
officially?
The actress.
It's the actress.
The actress released it.
I forgot. Arkham, what's her name?
Leslie Grace. I think
Leslie
she got
Grace.
permission to show it.
Yeah, it's official. It's not like a bullshit thing or whatever.
Yeah, it looks cheap, but it looks baggy. I get the colors are great and everything.
Yep,
it doesn't look to me, Arkham, to your point, it doesn't look to me like it's made to look homemade. It looks like it's supposed to be a swanky new Batgirl costume. It's not like, for example, when they showed the Tom Holland like homemade costume, and that looked homemade. It looked to look.
Yeah, it looked like
homemade,
sweatpants
right?
and
yeah,
it's
it's like it's sweatpants. This looks like it's supposed to be a real, actual superhero costume, and that might be what it is for the whole thing. I asked whether or not it was released by Warner Brothers, like it was official, because they would probably say, like, in context, or give you the best suit possible, and so this is the best suit possible. I don't know. I'd have to see it move too.
Right.
It looks like she can move her head and everything too, but like it's just at first glance it doesn't look regal. But then again, that might not be what they're going for, right? The sort of like the statuesque costume,
right?
But it looks like a windbreaker, really. So,
all right, Steve, what do you think of this one? What do you think of this costume?
If it turns out being like what Arkham said, and this is just a costume she made and she gets a better costume later, then I'm fine with it. Right. If this is the actual costume, then I have to side with what Truth said on his video and say this is basically a CW costume, and Dina Meyer on Birds of Prey had a better costume than this. So it's embarrassing.
Okay. Yeah, I saw Truth's video on that. I mean, man, I don't mind it really. I guess I'm going to be the most positive. Well, Arkham is more positive. I don't know. I don't. Mind
like if this is a suit, I guess it is what it is, because like I know Anthony's the numbers guy and stuff like that, and he says like they don't have like a big budget kind of thing. So like if this is the kind of budget range that they could have to do, and they picked it's I think it's part of the New 52, where I think it's like she uses like some kind of motorcycle jacket or something like that. It's not the black and yellow. I think it's the like.
Hey, Josh.
I forgot the name of it, but like if this is a suit, I guess it's okay. Like I just want a good movie. That's all I care about.
Yeah,
it's recognizable as Batgirl. So
I was just like, okay,
you can tell it's Batgirl.
Yeah, right. Remember when you could tell what remember? Unlike Riddler, I'm gonna beat up that Riddler forever.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be 75 years old. I'm gonna be like, remember that goddamn Riddler costume? That was garbage. I don't care. I think it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. That is not the Riddler. It is the most awful thing of all time. Okay, I don't mind this Batgirl costume. If we break it down, I like her face and the mask.
Yeah,
like her face looks good as like a Batgirl face. The mask to me looks good. It looks like that redesigned Batgirl costume, which I didn't really collect this series. I don't know who the designer was. I'm bad with the names of all these people.
I can't remember them.
Yeah, but you've seen this costume before, right?
Yeah. I heard it's based on Batgirl Year One.
Yeah, it could be.
Because like Leslie Grace, when she announced this, she quoted Batgirl Year One. So I'm assuming if this is based on Batgirl Year One, in that graphic novel series, she does get a new suit.
Right.
So like,
so it could be in use. So I definitely if they're gonna make it a better suit later, then I'm good with that.
Yeah.
It is a little bit, hey, Double C. Yeah, it could. I'm with you. I'm like, it's all right. It could be better, right? I would say, except for the Christopher Reeve costume and Rorschach's costume, every superhero costume could be better, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't that bad. I do like Dina Meyer's costume in Birds of Prey, the TV show, though.
Yeah,
I thought that
really
actually
good.
looked better,
Yeah.
which is crazy, really, because that's way older. So you think this new one looks better.
With a
But I like the
budget,
colors.
too. Yeah.
I like the colors here. I like the symbol. You can see it's the symbol. I like that there's the gold and behind the cape, which I like.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a bit more positive on this one. I think for me,
like I'm positive.
It looked
like
okay.
It is what it is. Like at the end of the day, I just want a good movie. I want a good origin story between Barbara Gordon. I know not anyone asked for a Batgirl movie, but like for me as a Batman fan, I am happy that we're getting a Bat family member to other than Batman getting his own movie. And I heard that it's gonna lead into Nightwing movie, and that makes me also happy.
That would be
Nightwing's
cool.
in the top selling. I was checking the numbers for December comic books, and Nightwing's in the top for selling for graphic novel sales.
Yeah.
Nobody buys comics anymore. Like if you look,
novels,
like
the Indigo and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. So top selling comics was Batman number 118 for December, which is obvious because Batman's.
I think people are freaking out because it just to them doesn't bode well for the quality of the production itself.
Right.
But I think it needs. I mean, Arkham, you said it. Like it's probably the like a biker suit that she repurposes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, so it has to be contextualized, right? But I question them having her do that. I get that they okayed it, but like you've got to be really, really controlled with what you send out there. That's not new, So I don't know.
Yeah.
This random tweet and everyone freaks out. It's like, what did you expect?
Yeah.
Well, I think they wanted that. They wanted people because now
people
everyone's
to freak
talking
out and
about
say
it.
it's shit.
Or to at least talk about it because we don't know. I mean, I don't know. Does anyone actually care about what people say after? Anyways, are they just say like, this is the suit, too bad, live with it? It is a CW suit, but it's better than the Batwoman suit. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
It's better that like, and there's someone who's bidding on CW. I saw this just before we started. Someone's bidding on CW, and they might just cancel like all the CW shows. I'm like, well, they can cancel the Batwoman show, and then they could use the budget of that show to, buy someone a Big Mac combo, and then
what are they offering for CW? 50 cents? Like,
yeah,
it's like
it's like that would be the budget of the Batwoman TV series.
And if I had to be honest, I really didn't expect much because it's a low budget Batgirl film. Because like, I really want these characters to have big budgets, but like not a lot of character knows really Batgirl and stuff like that, or Blue Beetle, or it's a low budget.
You do run into a problem though, Arkham, when you do that you run into that whole and they're older characters too, but that whole Shadow, Phantom, Rocketeer sort of here, where people are just going to make fun of it because of the lower budget, and they're not going to give the character a chance.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Because that Phantom movie is a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a great Phantom movie, and I think he looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah. It gave all those guys like new updated movies with the state-of-the-art effects at the time. But as you said, Steve, they were sort of low budget films. Not low budget, but like Hollywood low budget, right? 50 compared to 100, right?
Yeah.
And as a result, like no one gave those things a chance. We lived through that era, and it's like those things are dead. Shadow.
Yeah. There's a big problem. I just watched before we started. I watched Silent Running today.
Oh yeah.
That's a great movie.
It's awesome. Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. But the budget of that movie was $1 million in 1973 or something. And literally this is the guy who did the special effects, who worked on Star Wars films. He worked on 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like, this isn't some Joe Blow off the street who doesn't know what's going on. Okay. So, and they said to them, he basically, so I watched the making of it, and he had two options. They're like, we will give you tons of money, or we'll give you $1 million and you do whatever the hell you want. We're going to call it an independent film and then whatever. So he took the $1 million budget, goes, I'll do whatever I want. Now, because he took the $1 million budget, he did the best he could, but he was an effects guy, so he knew how to do the effects.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. Now, this is what happens all the time. If you want to make the movie the way you want to make it, David Cronenberg style, you got to go independent. And Star Wars was an independent movie. If you're going to take the big super money, then the studio executive in a tie who doesn't give a shit about Batgirl or Batman or comic books or DC or whatever is going to stand over you and tell you everything that you need to do. And then your movie may not turn out very well.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you get an exception like a Donner and a Superman, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a Burton and an 89, right? Even though that's a little bit more swaying to Burton, but the studio reined them back. You saw what happened when Burton took full control. You got Batman Returns, and the characters really aren't the characters, even though it's a visually good movie, right? It's not really the proper Penguin, right? So,
right.
So that's what you get. So I don't know. Like, you got to pick your poison. Like, do you want control? But that means your budget's not going to be. It's the same with George Romero, right? It's
the X factor is creativity. It's like George Romero is George Romero, right? It's like, you know, and then there's like douchebags out there that just like do things just because. It's like, you know, just
like J.J. Abrams who doesn't know anything and just makes whatever.
Yeah. With creative freedom and stuff like that, you can't. If you want the directors with DC to have creative freedom, that has to be for everyone, not just one person.
Well, you literally have to get that once in a lifetime thing, like what Peter Jackson got from New Line to do Lord of the Rings, because they basically let him do that. And even they panicked at the end, and they're like, we let the guy who did Bad Taste, we gave him like $300 million. You know, or you get someone like a Tarantino who not only is creative, but he's a box office guy too. But even his budgets, he gets great actors who get in at lower scale just to work with him.
Yep.
So
that's the big one.
I mean, it's so tough, as J-Man was saying. I mean, I love those three movies I mentioned, but not a lot of people do. And you know, it's when you're getting into known IPs, it's so tough. Then it's like creativity or you lose control.
Yeah. So this Batgirl costume may have been the best thing that they could come up with the budgets that they have.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't think it's that. I don't know. I'm okay with it, really. Like, I have to see it move, as Sean was saying.
Like motion and stuff like that. Like,
right.
She trailer how the gadgets she's gonna use, or how like how she's gonna grapple and stuff like that, and how the cape flies or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that's really crazy. When I first saw this, I was surprised at how recognizable it was as Batgirl to me.
Batgirl, yeah.
I saw it. I'm like, oh, look, that's Batgirl. I'm like, wow, that's actually the real, or as close as I can come up to the real Batgirl. And I saw a lot of people, Truth posted this as well. It's showing Yvonne Craig. So that's the 60s Batgirl versus this. I mean, the colors are there.
The same, yeah.
Her hair isn't quite as red. It's more like a brownish,
I see like an
orangey brown. Hey, Anthony, what's going on?
I think when I looked at the picture, it looks like an orangish red to me.
It's hard to tell. It's definitely not red. It's like a
Auburn.
Brown, Auburn, yeah.
Yeah, Auburn. Like, I'm fine with it. Like, it doesn't have to be red, to be honest.
That's true too. It doesn't have to be red, right? Like,
yeah, because when I think of like movies, like I like things to be comic accurate, but like this looks fine to me. Like, if this when it comes down to me with DC and like even Marvel and like whatever franchise, the suit, like if this is suit, okay, and then like but the one thing that really I want to see is the story to be good, like how what kind of story are they gonna tell, what kind of villains, and how's she going to act as Batgirl? Like, that's what comes down to me. Like, to be honest, like suits are cool and all and stuff. I just want a good story. That's all I want.
Well, you know, I think, but she is kind of bluish purple. It's like this weird color. There's an artist for Dungeons and Dragons. I totally forgot his name now. Crap. He's a big artist. It's not Frazetta or Boris, but it's one of these big fantasy artist guys. And they literally Keith Parkinson. He literally didn't believe in colors. He's like, there is no blue. He's no like, blue is a mixture of like he would mix colors. So whenever you'd see his paintings, you couldn't pinpoint what color things were. You'd be like, that's red, but it's like, see, like this is red. Like if you see it in the light, this is red. Like versus Sean, which is like a step down from red.
Another kind of red.
He would literally mix up things. So you'd be like, yeah, that's red, but it's not this red. It's not Sean's red. It's this weird mixture. He would take a bunch of different reds and mix them all together and come up with this new red. And you'd be like, what is this?
Anthony does have a point.
What's Anthony saying? Let's see.
People really think Barbara Gordon's rich like Bruce Wayne.
No, she's not, right? That's right. I mean, she's not rich.
Like people, like when you look at the Arkham Knight suit, Bruce Wayne made that, not Barbara Gordon, because you see all the tech, the metal, and everything like that. That's something Bruce Wayne would make. That's not something Barbara Gordon would make, because she does not have the funds or money like Bruce Wayne have with like when Enterprise, Lucius Fox. Like Lucius Fox makes the suits and everything like for Bruce Wayne. So like I never really expected Barbara Gordon to have this high tech kind of suit because she's not Bruce Wayne. She doesn't have the money.
Right. So she's going to have, so I think, and Sean Arkham, like what you guys are saying, like, it's literally a biker suit, biker leather costume that she kind of retooled and made it sort of a bat suit. When we say blue, I mean, what is the true blue? Like, what is a true color blue? Also, interesting fact, Google blue, there's no word for blue. They didn't translate the color blue for like thousands of years or something like that. There's no, the word blue doesn't appear in like Homer's Odyssey or any of these. It doesn't appear anywhere because blue wasn't really anything a color that they thought of, which is super weird. Whenever you're bored, look up the color blue and the origin of it. It's weird because it's like blue was so close to black.
Yeah.
They never used the term blue. It's so weird. Like red was because red is.
So what do you think the sky was?
No, they didn't mention the color. They didn't mention the color. It would just be like it's just they don't mention that it's blue. It's like the sky is the sky.
Yeah.
Like, the sky. Sometimes it looks green though, right? Sometimes it's the
sky looks green.
Sometimes it's really
sometimes it's orange or red.
Sometimes it's orangey, right?
So sometimes it's like a sunset where it's a mixture of orange and red.
Yeah, and oceans, if you look deep oceans, they're close to black. It's so dark blue, deep blue that it becomes almost a black color.
Right.
Very interesting. I watched a thing on it not too long ago. Okay, what is he saying? The only problem is about a Barbara movie. The wig, but the wig is fake.
It's supposed to be.
It was fake. It was fake in the Adam West thing. And Batwoman has a fake red wig in her thing. Barbara, I always thought it was her real hair in the comics, but I don't know what they're going to do in this movie.
It's actually her hair. It's not a wig.
Yeah. No, he's saying it looks like a wig in this thing. It was a wig in the 60s.
She spray painted her hair. I guess she spray painted her hair or something. Like, I don't know, use dye or something like that.
Yeah, that's her actual hair. Yeah, but in the 60s Batman, it was a wig. Like, Batgirl's red hair was a wig. But in the comics, it's her real hair.
Yeah.
Batwoman's hair is fake even in the comics.
Yeah.
Like her hair is fake or whatever. That's what I was trying to get at.
So that's interesting. I did actually think it was a wig, but Anthony says that she actually dyed her hair. So that's cool. Do you want to see the inspiration that the directors took?
Do you have the Batgirl picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know this Batgirl. They even made
this one.
I got it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's it. So that is that costume.
Yeah, like they made some changes here and there, but like it does look like it.
The mask is good.
Does she have the gloves?
She just has black gloves, I think.
Yeah, like I'm not sure. But she does have the
they're like blue or black gloves.
She does have the boots with the yellow boots. She does have the yellow boots in the if you look at the full image, for some reason some people cut it off or something like that.
Right.
But the full image shows yellow boots. It does have that yellow belt. It doesn't have this, but
Let's see if I can find a full image on Twitter.
Yeah, I know there's a full image. Just I think search a full image.
I can't seem to. Yeah, it's like everyone.
Because for some reason, when people repost it, they cut off.
Oh, I got it.
They cut off her legs or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah. She does have the boot. She has. You know what they look like? They look like sort of like military boots or whatever, but they are yellow.
Yeah. So it is. Like I'm not sure how many people like this comic book series of Burnside or something like that, but that's what they took inspiration towards.
It looks like a mix of that and Yvonne Craig.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay.
But the color is almost exactly like. Well, it reminds me of the Yvonne Craig costume. So.
I'm gonna put here. I'll post the full one right now on the stream, and you can see it better. There you go.
Yeah, it has the boots.
Are those boots yellow?
Yeah.
They look yellow to me.
They are yellow.
Shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, they're yellow.
Yeah, it's just I feel like it's very dark.
It's just dark.
That also doesn't help. Like maybe like I like how she's from on the rooftop. You see like the grapnel launcher, her belt. You see like the full image of the costume. Like when the movie does come out, I want to see like a promotional image of what the suit doesn't look like when you're in the dark or something like that. What does it look like in the Batcave or something like that? It's probably brighter or something like that. That's what I want to kind of see. Like,
yeah, we have to see what it's going to actually kind of like. We have to see it in real. Like, but I got to tell you, like, my first thing is, look, I think Sean said this. The thing is that the first image you present is super important. The reason Sean said that is that we're going to take a time machine back. Take the TARDIS back to Superman Returns. And we saw the first Superman Returns picture. I immediately threw up. And I'm like, this is garbage. This is not Superman. Like, this is awful. And then we just bitched about it forever. We're still bitching about it today. And it's been how many? It's been a
15 years.
15 years later. We're still
an anniversary special. Freaking costume.
I was going Dark Star.
Like, at the end of the day, like it's okay. Like it is comic accurate.
It's comic accurate for that comic, yeah. So
so like it's kind of funny. People want comic accuracy for movies and DC, but now they're complaining. Like,
but see, but Arkham. But I remember I was saying it looked okay to me, right?
No, not you, not you. It's just
I'm
like
very
everyone
consistent.
on Twitter. Everyone on Twitter is like,
because
like she looks like Batgirl. Like, what do you want? Like, it doesn't have 500 million budget,
right? Yeah.
It only has. I think Anthony said it has 80 million. That's not much.
That's the budget he's saying.
Yeah, 80 million for HBO Max movie.
Right.
Okay.
Wait a minute. It's an HBO Max movie and not a theatrical
no.
movie?
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes everything. It looks fine.
Whoa, look at that. It's like that's it. Now it's good.
What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? It's like it's just an HBO. What are they doing? Where's my Superman movie? It's like, why is there a Batman movie that's out of continuity? Frick a frack, man.
Sean, I'm buying this for you for your birthday. because he hates Funko Pops, and then this is the worst Funko Pop you could possibly look at this. He literally has duct tape.
Question mark.
He has duct tape.
No, he has a question mark.
Hold on a second. Look at this. I can't.
It's got like a grill, like a.
That's a fucking 50 DKP minus.
Look at this garbage. This is the Riddler. Today my stand was wobbly, so I used duct tape to fix it. So I'm like the Riddler.
Also, they might change it to theatrical because Blue Beetle, like. I do understand why they wanted Blue Beetle because like a lot of people complain that if you're going to introduce Blue Beetle, he should he's the first superhero, and like a lot of people hated it going to HBO Max, and people complained enough that it went to theaters.
I like Blue Beetle. I like Jaime
So
Reyes.
if people complain enough about Batgirl beyond HBO Max, he'll go to theaters.
Yeah, I guess so. But no, I like Ted Kord. I like Dan Garrett, who's like the original Blue Beetle, where I liked all the radio shows. I like all three Blue Beetles. If I was going to do a Blue Beetle movie, it'd be the best ever, but nobody's going to give me the money to do it.
Yeah.
I would have it start out. I would have it start out with Dan Garrett being the Blue Beetle for half an hour, the old original Blue Beetle. And literally something happens and like he has the scare, but it doesn't give him any powers. Instead, he just makes a chainmail suit and doesn't know what powers he has because you have to link them together. And then that gets passed down to Ted Kord, who's this industrialist guy and this big, business guy and this tech guy. And he's able to extract stuff from that to make technological things to become Blue Beetle. And then Jaime Reyes is the only one that actually unlocks the mysteries of the scarab itself, where it creates an armored thing for him. So you actually have it like a legacy hero that gets better with his technology, not like the Phantom exactly. I'd love to do the Phantom. Sign me up. I would do. I already got the Phantom. I've got 5 Phantom movies planned out in my head.
You could probably buy the rights right now, J-Man.
No, you can't. It's still going. Comics Kingdom was down today. I couldn't post the Spider-Man. I couldn't post the Spider-Man strip
I
for
really
today.
like
days.
Jaime Reyes. Like, he's very good in Young Justice. Like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
In.
I really like that show. It's one of my favorites cartoon shows that's still going on. It's I think on season 5 now, and it's very good. With I like the origin how they did it on. I like it in the comics, but I also like how they did it in the cartoon also. Like I feel like the cartoon of Young Justice also made the character Blue Beetle more famous.
Yeah, he was great in Brave and the Bold.
They also called Captain Marvel. That's a recent show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they can do it on TV or something, and they can't do it in film.
I have a question. Are you guys excited for? I know, like people talk about. I think it's Marvels or something like that. Like,
you're talking about the Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, Miss Marvel. Like
Miss Marvel or the
Marvel.
Or
Marvel. I think it's the one that has the stretchy powers and stuff.
Yeah,
that's
Miss
Marvels.
Yeah, so that's Ms. Marvel. So Ms. Marvel's going to have her own show. And then she's going to be in the Marvels, which is Captain Marvel.
It's so confusing.
Yeah. Well, I like Kamala Khan. I've got some figures of her. I read her entire magnificent. So I didn't catch on to Kamala Khan in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I got onto her when she rebooted her series and they called it Magnificent Ms. Marvel. I got all the issues. I own them physical, 1 to 25 or something. I got the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're also getting I think Moon Knight trailer.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. We're gonna talk about Moon Knight. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna put that. We'll talk about that in a second. Ms. Marvel. I'm gonna watch it. It was a very fun comic. It wasn't political. It was a fun comic. It wasn't a woke thing. It wasn't trying to be stupid. It was literally Kamala Khan. She was a good character. Her and Miles Morales are the only two that didn't piss people. Well, some people might have pissed off.
Didn't piss people off.
The only no, because
they're written as characters.
Because they were characters, so nobody really got angry at that, right?
Yeah.
Like, this, Miles is pretty good. Oh, okay. Kamala Khan is the other one. Everyone else, it's like this person sucks. This person sucks. Even Kate Bishop, it's like why? I happen to like Kate Bishop, but people are like, I liked her in the show better than in the comics, actually. So hopefully Ms. Marvel is good, but I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be.
Me neither. I'm getting really bad vibes.
I'm getting bad vibes. Yeah. It's not going to be the
I was optimistic last year. And
I know, we talked privately too.
I'm hearing about these reshoots. I'm like, oh, dear Lord.
It's going to be bad.
What happened was they got directors that didn't know anything about big budget filmmaking or TV making as well.
I don't know when they're going to do the reshoots because I think it's the same. I'm not sure if it's a writer or something like that or VFX or something like that, but a person that worked on that working on that show is working on Batgirl right now. So that's on they're still filming Batgirl and stuff like that. So that the Marvels and whatever it's called, like it's on pause right now until he comes back and finishes filming that.
Yeah, so that's the movie with
so they usually schedule reshoots, but reshoots of this caliber show that there's a problem because they're not scheduled. So that's
look, every movie has
they usually they build it into the schedule.
They build it in, yeah. It's auto built in.
But if you have to reshoot the whole thing, that's gonna take some doing because then you have to get those crews, secure the crews and the actors. Right. And everything else, right?
And that's where you run into the problems of the mustache, the Henry Cavill mustache, and all that kind of stuff. That's where you run into every movie most movies plan reshoots. That's just period. They automatically know that, you know what, we have to, because also there's a lot of like tests. I don't know, do they still do test screenings? Is this a thing?
But usually what happens is when they're ending the thing, they're like, oh shit, we should really touch this up, or we should really do a pickup of this. Or, I
mean, I know the Flash is doing a test screening I think I'm not sure, like they're I think it's the general public or something like that. I don't know who's seen the test screening, but they're showing a bunch of people the Flash movie test screen and see if it's received good or bad, and if it's received bad, they have to fix a bunch of stuff.
They have to reshoot the whole.
They have to reshoot the whole. What were you going to say, Steve?
Yeah, unless you're a director like I just rewatched Snowpiercer.
Oh, that's a great movie.
And it's the same director who did Parasite, and apparently, he only shoots what he needs, so he doesn't do reshoots because he gets everything and then he just edits it immediately.
The thing is, he's doing lower scale movies that are confined. Like when you're doing something with second, third units, it's inevitable you're gonna F something up or you're gonna need something. Like I think a lot of people are under the misconception that the director literally sat there and was there for everything that got shot in the movie. That is not true. It's like if you see second unit director, third unit director, Christ, I don't think I've ever seen fourth unit, but I definitely have seen third. I've seen third unit. I've seen third unit, and you're like, so that means there was 3 directors of this movie. The director usually is there whenever the main actors are doing a scene. Right. That's when the real director is there. Robert Rodriguez does not do that. Robert Rodriguez does he is there for everything that happens in that movie. But I don't know, Arkham, I don't know if you know this or not, but like when this is directed by whoever, that doesn't really mean that they directed everything. You got to watch the credits and look for second unit. If you see second unit, that means probably most of the action or whatever, the director wasn't even there. Yeah. It's like half this stuff is made by other directors. That's why second unit directors sometimes go on to be better than the directors that they're working for because they did all the hard shit.
In Star Wars, almost everything with R2 Solo, like his whole adventure with the Jawas and everything, that was another dude. That's in the main but
so like George Lucas was not there for that.
Rogue One was reshot because apparently the original was such an atrocious mess.
Right.
And I like Rogue One. And you smooth over things is fine. The poster child for this kind of thing, of course, is Back to the Future, right? Where they shot 80% of it with Eric Stoltz. And they shot most of it with him. And then they said, you know what, this isn't working out with this guy. So they got Michael J. Fox and reshot the entire effing thing. And I don't know how they did that because they'd have to secure all the actors and all the crew and everything else for that. But Back to the Future is a classic.
Because Spielberg produced it and Zemeckis directed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Back to the Future is 10
out of here.
That's a disaster. Okay, so let's talk quickly about Moon Knight, Superman and Lois, and we still got to talk about Peacemaker. Let's do Moon Knight. I mean, okay, let's do full confession. Moon Knight. I have tried every Moon Knight comic that has come out. I've tried. I've got Moon Knight number 4 from whatever, 80, whatever. I don't know when Moon Knight's or 70.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Moon Knight. And because, Moon Knight was in, West Coast Avengers, which is my favorite team. I love West Coast Avengers.
We
and I have
talked about this before.
I know we talked, and I have. And it's the issue where it's like it literally is Moon Knight's jumping, and then Hank Pym is there, and it's like it's just add 2 more to the roster. It's like Moon Knight. I was like, fucking Moon Knight, baby, holy shit! And I was like, dude, this is the best. So and then they're like Moon Knight, his own comic. I'm like, oh yeah, that like yeah for sure. And I'm like, I read a couple issues, stopped it. Then they relaunched Moon Knight. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, Moon Knight, here we go. I read a couple issues. I'm like,
Yeah.
They relaunched Moon Knight again. Marvel Knights.
Yeah.
This is fucking Marvel Knights, baby. Moon Knight. Yeah. I bought the first 4. I'm like, And then they relaunched Moon Knight again. I've got issue 1 right here.
Yeah.
I bought it again. I'm like, Moon Knight, baby. I was like, put me down for Moon Knight. Every month I can't miss an issue. I read the first one. I was like, it's okay. And I didn't get I got issue 2 and I didn't get issue 3. I'm like,
so you're basically saying the Moon Knight comic books suck.
I don't think that they do. I think it's maybe not for me. So okay, and then this one I didn't buy physical because I knew well the Moon Knight one where there was not the latest series, but the series prior to that Moon Knight series where he's a mental patient and he's seeing all these weird visions.
Right.
And I read the first like 4 or 5. I thought this is very interesting. And then I was like, but I want to see Moon Knight kick the crap out of people. And that wasn't happening. So Sean has been nodding his head this entire time because so obviously he feels the same way I do. Look, Moon Knight as a visual character, I'll tell you right now, Stephen Platt.
Yeah, Stephen Platt. I got all of those issues.
Buddy. Type Stephen Platt Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Splat.
Yeah.
Type Splat Moon Knight. Your mind will explode.
Yeah.
Stephen Platt is insane. It's like every page is you could rip every page out and put it as a poster. Every page. And he's an image guy, fucking Prophet and all that stuff. Yo, like Splat, dude, he's the best. He came out of that Eric Larson, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane. Oh, I don't care. These 90s guys suck. Well, without them, there's no Platt. He came right out of that camp. That looks like manga. It's Berserk. It's freaking Berserk. It's freaking Appleseed. It's freaking, what was the other one? It's literally these manga comics. I'm like, it's literally Berserk. Anyways, Moon Knight visually is amazing, and him beating up people and him in West Coast Avengers was great because he was mostly Moon Knight all the time.
Yeah.
As soon as he becomes Marc, I don't care anymore. Sean, go ahead. You're not.
They never lived up to the potential of that imagery. You see Moon Knight, he looks awesome. He's called Moon Knight, and the name is awesome. And you're like, wow, this is awesome. And you read the comic, and like nothing cool happens. You know, it's like, and you just give up. It's like I've got probably all the issues you do because you read for 2 or 4 issues. You're like, he's not beating up guys. He's not cool posing and stuff. What is this? It's crap. And he's dealing with his inner demons. Like, I don't want to see that. You have a character that looks wicked, and he's called Moon Knight, and he poses in like moon like shaped things, and like I don't see that in this comic. So I'm not really super excited for this because I don't really just for the just for the track record they have with these Marvel things. They'll introduce stuff that goes nowhere. Story plot lines will move like molasses till the very end, that kind of thing. I'm hoping they do something Renaissance with Moon Knight here, redefine him like a blade, in that, like, he's been in the comics on and off for, like, most of the time I like Moon Knight. It's the same as you, J-Man, probably. Anytime he appears in anything else, like Punisher or something like that, he's wicked. And it's like everyone else knows what to do with him, but when he's in his own comic, all of a sudden they want him to deal with his own emotions and contemplation and like mental illness. And it's like, he's Moon Knight though. Shouldn't he be wicked and fighting guys and badass? So hopefully this show will bring that out, but I don't know. They have a great actor. That's cool. I really hope the story is good. I hope the story zips along and keeps you intrigued, because that's not what these Marvel shows do.
You're worried it's gonna be bad?
I'm worried it's gonna be Hawkeye.
Hawkeye?
And if you like Hawkeye, that's cool, but Hawkeye goes nowhere. And it's like, here's the swordsman. There goes the swordsman. He didn't do anything,
Hey, Jordan, what is going on, brother?
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah. So are you guys like? Okay, I don't have this issue, unfortunately. I've been desperately trying to get it. I can't seem to find it.
Should be right.
This is the first plat cover.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it's Moon Knight 55. That's the big one. That's a big one to get.
They were canceling it, and then they just brought him in because he's a new guy. It's like, you do the art, and he's like,
look at this bullshit, man. Like I swear to God, like you watch. This is why I loved Image Comics, and I love Rob Liefeld and Todd McFarlane and all of these guys. It's like and Silvestri and all that. You're like, this is like killer. It's basically, this looks like manga, and manga is cool, right? Like this is outrageous. You should see, like, every issue is the best of this, like, just visually. But I don't have any of these because that's number 55. I didn't get to 55. I'm like, I don't care about Moon Knight. But Moon Knight in West Coast Avengers is great because he's always Moon Knight pretty much. Let me see if I can find the West Coast Avengers. So yeah, he looks. I like Oscar Isaac. Moon Knight West Coast Avengers. I like Oscar Isaac. I watched that card. What's it called? The card
counter.
Card counter. I liked that movie.
Was it Oscar Isaac also going to be? I think he's making another movie. I think Snake Eyes. Not Snake Eyes. What was it? I forgot the character's name. I think it's an. I'm not sure the movie's happening anymore, but like he's mostly doing Moon Knight right now, but I think he'll do good at Moon Knight. Do you think Moon Knight has to be radar or whatever?
Hey, Bell. Marcus, what's going on? Rumor. Oh, I know you love your Fantastic Four rumors. I think Marcus is directing the Fantastic Four movie, and he's trying to see what everyone else thinks.
Yeah, because he's talking about so much.
It's like that. That's all he knows. Look, when this came, I have this from the racks, man. When this shit was, I was like, fucking Moon Knight in the West. I was like, oh my God, my mind was blown. And Hank Pym is cool too. But I was like, holy shit, Moon Knight. And I'm like, that's it. And then after this issue, they added Moon Knight's face, like his head in the corner. I was like, if Moon Knight is in this, I cannot wait. That got me so hyped for West Coast Avengers. So I like Oscar Isaac. He looks really cool. The costume looks pretty stellar. So we have to see how it's going to be. Yeah, you're like, look, yeah, it's going to be the best parts for sure. And I remember seeing the Amazing Spider-Man issues. Yeah. Anytime Moon Knight appeared in anything else, well,
yeah, a lot of people say that.
Not really.
Yeah, he isn't.
But that's what you expect, right? Him to be a Batman-ish, cool vigilante thing, and that's not what the character is, unfortunately.
Not in the comics. Well, he is when he guest appears.
Yes, yeah.
Like, so when he guest appears, he doesn't become Mark Spector. He's literally Moon Knight, and he doesn't change his outfit or what. He's just Moon Knight all the time, and he's dark and mysterious, and he goes and kicks ass. And that's what everybody wanted. They actually wanted Moon Knight to be Batman, basically. Yeah. But we never got that. We got this whole thing like he's got these inner demons and he's kind of mental, and they're like, oh, you believe you're Moon Knight, but you're really not Moon Knight. And you're like,
yeah, he's the Max.
It's like he's the Max. You know what?
Or the Max is Moon Knight, really. I don't know. Yeah,
the Max is Moon. I love the Max. I love the cartoon. I do. I collected that, man. I
collected. It was awesome. It looked great,
awesome.
Yeah.
It looks
Remember
great.
You could get the bag of those little guys?
Yes, the Izzes.
Yeah, the Izzes, yeah.
Izzes, yeah.
There's like white and black Izzes, yeah.
Yeah, there's a black Izz and there's a white Izz.
Yeah.
I liked the Max, but yeah, Moon Knight. Look, Oscar Isaac is great. I'm gonna watch it for sure. I hope they do this character justice.
But please don't be boring. Please don't be.
Yeah.
Please don't introduce characters and don't do anything with them. Please don't like meander and then at the very, very end, 8 episodes in, you finally get to the point. Like, please tell a story.
Yeah,
please.
Ethan Hawke is in it as well. That he's good too.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the hell? What are they getting again?
Ethan Hawke is great. Yeah, he's going to be a great actor. Yeah, so I mean, like, they're going to be some cool. Look, the fights look good. I watched the video of Oscar Isaac practicing the moves and training. He looked pretty committed.
The thing is, they better be on their A game, because I think a lot of people are going to watch this because it's Oscar Isaac. Like I don't think I think they underestimate his drawing power, or maybe they don't, because I think everyone, even people that don't know anything about comics, are going to watch this. So please don't be boring and stupid.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going after other series,
Yeah.
The problem is,
Please
so
don't have him stuck in a Christmas tree and someone has to shoot him down.
Yeah, like Hawkeye had a lot of Hawkeye had a lot of cool stuff for me.
Yeah.
But then there's a weird things that happen, like that tree. It's like, wait, why is he stuck in this tree? This is weird.
and then she shoots him down.
And she shoots him down. It's like, okay, like she's like, okay, I'm coming. I'm like, what is happening here? This is like an Abbott and Costello or Marx Brothers
and look,
routine.
I don't like the LARPers. I don't think they're cute and precious. That's so stupid.
They did him
It's like,
too much. It should have been a one and done.
now they're all comic relief, and then
Yeah.
the swordsman doesn't do anything. It's like,
when the LARPers were in just that one episode and that was it, I thought that was hilarious. And then they brought them back and they were goofs. I'm like, but why are you bringing them back and being goofs now? Like this,
Yeah.
I don't know. I still like Hawkeye. WandaVision for me is the clear winner. Then Hawkeye, and then everything else I don't care about at all. So maybe Moon Knight's from West Coast Avengers. So we'll see how it goes. So far, my WandaVision about Hawkeye's from West Coast Avengers as well.
I'm a little I'm not like, I'm hoping like I like some series like WandaVision, and not my favorite, but like I like Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, and I think Hawkeye, like those are my favorites so far. I'm not really. I'm hoping Moon Knight is gonna be very good. I'm also concerned about Blade. I'm very concerned about Blade.
I'm super concerned about Blade.
yes.
I'm very concerned. I've seen my psychiatrist and I've said I'm very concerned about Blade. And then my psychiatrist broke down. He's like, I'm concerned about Blade, and he had to go talk to his psychiatrist. This is how we are so. And we just did the Blade 1 versus Blade 2 films just on the last stream. And Blade, the thing is that, like, see, because Blade really, like, sometimes I get too overhyped for stuff. Like when I saw Blade Part 1 and it was Wesley Snipes, it was vampires, it was horror, it was that techno kind of soundtrack. And I was going to raves at the time too. So I was like, I was going to raves, and I was like, oh man, like everything connected. And then I'm like, it's martial arts. So it's like I was doing martial arts, I was going to raves, I was big time into horror movies, I love kung fu movies, I love Wesley Snipes from every movie I saw him in. And then it was a movie, it's like they literally said, Jay, man, we're going to make a movie. Tell me everything you want. I'm like, comic books, vampires, like, like hot chicks, techno, and they're like, yep, we'll put all that in there. It's like, and we're going to give you freaking Steven Dorff just as an extra thing. I'm like, shit. And I was like, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm like, I walked out. I'm like, I got to buy the poster. And I was like, I had some Blade, and I knew about Blade. So it was like comics, it was Marvel. And then Blade 2 came out. I thought, the best movie ever made was Blade 1, but Blade 2 is better than the best movie ever made. How is this movie? And I'm like, because then they just said, remember everything that was awesome about Part 1? We're going to now give you Ron Perlman and Donnie Yen, and we're going to give you that hot chick who's Blade's, the Nissa. We're going to give you her, and we're going to give you a new vampire. Like, I'm like, this is crazy. I can't believe this. I think I walked out of Blade 2 I'm like, this is impossible. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And then as Blade 3, I was like, oh boy, which but then
I feel like Blade, like as a character, should be rated R, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, like I don't think he should be PG-13. It's like saying Deadpool should be PG-13. Wait, no.
No, he should not be. No,
Vampire Blade.
I don't mind.
And that's also I'm concerned about Deadpool. Like, is he gonna be rated R, or are they gonna put him PG-13?
So Arkham, you should be concerned about every single thing going through Marvel right now, because everything is just like, oh my god, what are they going to do? What are these idiots going to do? Like, I
I
was
like
stunned
some
more than
things.
anyone. I haven't seen it, but I was stunned more than anyone when I heard the positive reviews about Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah,
I was
we were stunned too.
expecting J-Man to phone me from the theater and say, Steve, you were right. It's a good thing you didn't come. This was awful. And then when he phoned and said it was awesome,
I phoned you. I walked out of the theater like I have to phone Steve right now. So I phoned Steve. Was like, "Holy shit, this is so awesome! Oh my god!" And it's just like, and Steve was like, I didn't see his face because I was on the car, so I was calling from my Bluetooth or whatever. I was calling from within the car, and I could just tell Steve was just like, "What? David? Sorry, who is this?" I was like, "No, it's me. It's awesome." It's like, "No, wait, who is this? Is it David? Yeah." What? It's good. I'm like, no, it's great. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
no, it's I hate everything modern. So we came out of the
right,
theater.
Sean hates everything.
Yeah, and Jay was like, "What'd you think?" And I'm like, "I thought it was fucking. What the hell was that? Like, Jesus Christ!" It's like, because the thing is, this isn't what we expected because their track record was piss.
Right.
Like, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a mess. You know, and it's like. You have all these characters in it. It must be an atrocious disaster, right? But it all worked. It all gelled. They took their time with it. You know, they let characters breathe. They let moments breathe. It was awesome. And it's like, if only that's why with Flash, I have pause. But then again, this will stand. This will be the test. It's like Sony versus. Because I feel like it's more of a Sony versus
Marvel.
Warner Brothers. It's like
how
incompetent is Warner Brothers? Because Sony's pretty incompetent, and they took the time to pull this off.
Right.
It's an impossible movie, and they pulled it off. No Way Home. Will Warner Brothers pull off Flash? Can they do it? The gauntlet's been thrown down. It's like, like No Way Home was an impossible movie. Heading into it, we all thought it was going to be a disastrous mess.
Everyone thought it was going to be a disaster.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's like now the gauntlet's thrown down. It's like, listen, they did it. Can you do it with Flash? Like, probably not. But I'm just saying.
And don't forget,
we have to
Spider-Verse is coming too, and Spider-Verse now they're doing a thing where each universe is going to have a completely new animation style, so it looks like he's going to be universe hopping, right? That might be really neat. That's going to be like heavy metal or whatever. I was thinking like that might be
better
like
part one.
Yeah, part one's choppy animation was killing me.
I know everyone loves it. It's
I like the story.
Yeah, the story's awesome.
And I like the look of it if you freeze frame. Like if you pause,
choppy animation to better animation is just pretentious. It's like I get it, but like it looks shitty still. So
the first half an hour of that movie's awful. Like the animation, you can't see anything. It's like chop.
It's like he overdid it.
He overdid it. The story is good. The characters are good.
They went outlandish with Kingpin. I think that design was way over designed, but
over designed.
Steppenwolf, prepare to be disappointed. It might not be rated R.
Oh, that's not rated R. So. Moon Knight? You kidding me? It's Disney Plus.
No.
Yeah, no way,
guys.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
So the 2000. So see, he's talking about the ones where I started to get into it and then I kind of lost it. I know which ones you're talking about, Snyder. I couldn't get into those. And a friend of ours, who I won't name, he doesn't like to be named on thingy, on YouTube, but he really liked those. And, it's not going to be rated R, dude. It's Disney Plus.
Yeah,
it's not because what's the other thing for Disney Plus? Star? No, what's the
Star? We have Star, American Star.
Okay, sorry. What does Arkham? What do you guys have in America for the rated R Disney stuff? What's your thing called?
Nothing. They have Hulu and
Oh, they don't have that?
And no, they have, because we don't have Hulu and what's the other Fox thing? I can't remember. We don't have those two services, so for everyone outside the United States, they added a Star shingle, and that Star shingle has all of the Fox stuff on it.
Right. So in Canada, the rated R Disney stuff that was mostly Fox or whoever is now is under Star.
Yeah.
So
Snyder, there's no rated R stuff on Disney Plus.
No, it's all family.
Hey Tony, what's going on? Yeah, no, Disney
it's
Plus
all family. So they're not getting rated R Moon Knight.
Yeah.
No.
We have rated R stuff all over Disney Plus. It's kind of funny, but
I mean, this is what I saw happening when they acquired Marvel back in whenever, like prior
This
to
is what
Avengers.
Snyder's saying right now.
Yeah.
Like this is the Disney brand. Disney brand they don't do R movies. They don't do stuff like that. I know that they said, "Oh, we'll do Deadpool R." I'm like, "Yeah, let's see you actually do that."
Yeah.
Like it's not happening. You're not going to convince me.
Well, it certainly is not going to be Peacemaker level craziness,
No.
but it's definitely look, if they do Deadpool, we have to see. We'll have to see how that plays out. But Moon Knight is definitely got to be radar. Snyder was saying that he really liked those comics. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't get into them. I almost feel like I want Moon Knight to be something that he's not, or that they don't want him to be.
Yeah,
he's not intended to be.
He's not intended to be. So that's maybe perhaps on me and not on them. Like you shouldn't make things based on what I want. You make things by what the creator wants, and then if I like it or not. So I think that's sort of the problem. We're going to get the Peacemaker in a moment. And I want to talk quickly about Lois and Superman and Lois, and we'll get the Peacemaker. And then I'll let people come in if they want to share their thoughts on whatever we've talked about. But we've covered Moon Knight, we've covered the Batgirl suit, we've covered Boba Fett, Superman and Lois, Peacemaker. So let's do Superman and Lois.
Oh,
I mean, what are your thoughts? Let's go, Steve first. What are your thoughts on Superman and Lois, Steve?
Well, I'll start with the good.
Yep.
I like the saving of the sub. There was this really nice, really funny sequence that I didn't expect, where like he's trying to talk to Jonathan, and Jonathan's there for his girl. And he's like trying to explain something, and then like he's sort of like, "Oh, to girls like you explain it," and she explains it the exact same way, and Jonathan's like, "Oh yeah, I get it." He's like,
and he goes, "Oh, yeah."
That's mega accurate.
Yeah.
I was dying when he did that.
That's great, yeah.
Because he literally almost bent backward in half. Like it was so funny, it was so exaggerated. I'm liking all the Superman stuff. Like I'm intrigued with what they're doing with that. Who's the guy coming up through the earth?
Yeah.
All that was great. Where I started to get a little bit was all the drama, because you got the girlfriend's coming back and she wants space from Jordan for some reason. She's seeing some other guy or whatnot. Then you got the daughter of Steel who's like, oh, I don't belong here and all that. Then you got Lois who's all like, oh, I'm feeling guilty or something. I'm like, why is there all this like angst now? It didn't feel like there was all this angst in season 1. There was somewhat with, the kid who was Jordan, the one who's getting his powers.
Yeah.
But there wasn't all this level that everyone's like got a problem with everyone else. And it just got to be a bit much for me in this episode. Okay,
yeah, that's fair. Arkham, what did you think?
I think it was a very good episode. I do understand like there was a lot of drama. I kind of expected there to probably be more drama because of the daughter of Steel somehow came to the earth or something like that. So, and I feel like it's going to be difficult for the daughter of Steel to see another version of her mother.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm intrigued how they're going to pursue that. But I really like the episode. I also like the end credit scene. I think that's Doomsday.
Ooh.
Maybe.
No, no, I think the writer already confirmed that the villain of the season's Doomsday.
No,
are they gonna do Death of Superman because they've got
They're gonna probably get to again.
but they're setting this up. Okay, they've got Steel ready to go, right? Those guys,
the 2 other guys, yeah,
they've got Eradicator is still a thing because the Eradicator stuff is still around.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cyborg Superman is going to be in this somehow.
That would be amazing. I would love for Cyborg Superman to be there.
I think that's happening. I don't remember where I saw that. Sean, what did you think? And then I'll give you my 2 cents.
I thought it was okay. I mean that drama stuff I expected because of CW.
Right.
the track record of the previous season is they pretty much mop up like obstacles in a couple episodes. So I mean, and here Lois was mopey, but then that's mopped up at the end of the end of the episode. So I'm only tense when it gets dragged out for like multiple episodes. So I'll have to see on that. I think that what's his name, Tyler Hoechlin. I think that he continues to prove that he is a true successor to Christopher Reeve in terms of differentiating Superman and Clark Kent. I've never seen it done this good since those movies. To be honest with you, he's precious as the dorky dad, and it jives with my view of Superman, that Superman is Clark Kent. He's not Superman,
right?
Because he grew up as Clark Kent. That's his personality. That's who he is. When he's Superman, he has to be the regal dude, right? But that's not really him. His more comfortable self is the dorky dad in this thing, Clark Kent. But I liked all the character interaction. I like is the guy's name Brad, the
husband, the other husband.
Yeah. I was getting confused with Brad from Superman 3, but anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they based him on that, but I like all those character interactions. I like where they're going to go with this. I don't know if that's Doomsday. I hope it's not. That's my first impression. That's everyone's first impression, of course, because it's a constant. It's the same thing from the comic, right?
So Truth is saying, or the showrunner is saying that Truth is saying that the showrunner is saying that it's going to be Doomsday.
But if that's the case, can they have like a Brainiac or something in this too? And I don't want Doomsday to be a character, like a dude that walks around and talks. Like, screw that.
Yeah, I've been watching.
And then he has angst too. He's like, I have a daughter as well. Because they did that in Smallville. There's a dude that turned into Doomsday, and Doomsday looked like Doomsday, but he was a skinny dude.
Yeah, don't talk about. Look, every time someone says Smallville, that's my reaction. I can't. I don't like Smallville.
An angel loses his wings. Yes,
and I own all of it right there. Smallville. Right. Okay. No, I like this episode. I agree with you in the sense that, like, I like Tyler, and he's a super good dorky Superman. I love that what Steve said. He gave this big advice, and then she said the same thing. He's like, okay, that happens in real life for sure. It happens when I say facts and people listen to me. I've literally said facts, and then people later say the same. Like, I said that already. Anyway, that's why I have a YouTube channel now to prove that I said all these things. But it's like, no, I like the episode a lot. I think it was good. The submarine thing was cool. I like Superman standing up to the guy and say, "Listen, man, I'm a hero of the world." I like that part. I don't think that was trying to be, like, I don't want to say a woke thing. Like, I don't think it was trying to be one of these things.
It's Superman. He's supposed to be a citizen of the world.
He's a citizen of the world. He's like, the world comes first. And he's like, I'm going to save who I'm going to save. I like that. I like that it was just said. Yeah. He's just like, no, that's what it is. It's like, well, we want you here. It's like, well, I will help as much as I can. And then, like, well, if you can't help, we're going to have these other guys. I actually think that's I think it's a more realistic way of doing it versus, like, I don't want to say like Man of Steel or whatever, where it's like, well, we don't trust you and all that. It's like, they're like, okay, we want to work with you, but if you're not going to give 100% loyalty to us, we understand that. But now we have to do our thing, which is we're going to get together our own super team.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. I think that's really cool. The drama. Look at CW. When that drama comes on, there's this thing. It's called an iPad. And when that drama comes on, there's this app called Comixology. I could usually read an entire comic while that drama is going on, and then I'm like, oh, the drama's done, and then I shut down the iPad and watch again. So it works out perfect. It's like a little commercial break in between or whatever. So I mean, I like Lois. I was gonna say Lois and Clark. Superman and Lois. I like Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
I think I hope they do Lobo. Oh, that'd be good. Well, Lobo was in Krypton. I thought Lobo in Krypton was pretty cool.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys like Lobo?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Was that the first live action Lobo?
That military guy that was arguing with
I think so.
Superman. There's a theory out that he might be Cyborg Superman.
Yeah, I did see that Arkham. That is what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
and Doomsday had the suit. We all have that comic. Everyone has that issue.
Yeah, he had the no, I get it.
Yeah,
he had a
yeah,
flashlight on his fist though, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And like I was just looking up the top most comics and all that, and it's like Death of Superman, like everybody on Earth lined up for that comic.
Yes.
And it's like I lined up, Sean lined up,
we all lined up.
We lined up for it. It is what it is.
But then you walk into the comic shop and people you've never ever seen before were in the comic shop.
I didn't have to, right. Why did I have to line up at my comic shop?
Like dudes in suits. It's like, what the hell?
Can I tell you a very disturbing thing?
What?
I used to go to the comic shop every Friday and drop minimum $100 every Friday. I was so friendly with the comic shop owner that I bought him a Christmas present. Like I bought the comic shop owner because he knew me. Guys, I used to walk into the comic shop. He would have the previews catalog and he would have sticky notes on pages like, Jason, my name's Jason, spoilers, or whatever, confession, my name's Jason. He's like, J-Man or whatever. Check out, I left some notes for you of things you might want. And I'd be like, okay, give me the book. And I would go stand to the side, flip through, and mark down on paper, okay, get me this, get me that, close it up. Here's my $100, give me my comics. I was like, see you next week. And then I would go and buy an M&M's peanut and a large Coca-Cola slush. And I would drive home with my comics and my slush, and I would eat while driving because that's what people did in like the 90s. No one gave a shit about two hands on the wheel and all this other bullshit you got to do now. You drove home and eating your I was eating and drinking while I'm driving home. And I'm like, that's how I had to buy him a Christmas present because I knew him so well. I was better friends with the comic shop owner than I was with other friends.
I mean, that's still like the all-time favorite is our mutual friend who could eat a Big Mac while driving.
Yes, he would eat Big Macs while driving.
Jason Todd is J-Man.
Sorry, what did they say?
Jason Todd
is
Jason Todd. I know, yeah, Jason Todd.
You should ask Clobberin if anyone bought him a Christmas present.
I am going to ask. So Clobberin Times is a friend of the channel. He used to own a comic book shop. I'm going to ask him, did anyone ever buy him a Christmas present? I was like, I should buy this guy. His name was Eddie. I'm like, I should buy Eddie a Christmas present. And then I moved and I went to a new comic shop and I hadn't seen him for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And literally, you know, in movies where it says 10 years later. So it's like 10 years later, I walked into the shop. Eddie was still there. And I took him in and he's like, Jason? I was like, Eddie. He's like, oh my God, I haven't seen. I was like, yeah, dude, sorry, I moved away. And he's like, oh my God. So it was great. It was great to just see him again. But no, I'm not Jason. I wish I was Jason Todd. I'd get myself a cool hood and all that. Okay, let's talk about Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
The reason I'm saying it like that is because my buddy Skullman would say peace. He'd be like, we need to get peace. So I only watched the first two. I didn't watch all three.
I watched all three.
You watched all three. I didn't get the time. I'm gonna watch it for sure. Let's go. Okay, so Arkham, what did you think of Peacemaker?
I think this is just my opinion. I think episode 1 was like I wasn't feeling episode 1, like just that's just my opinion. Then I watched episode 2. I feel like episode 2 is better than episode 1. You go more in depth of the character and stuff like that in each characters. Then episode 3, I feel like got me more intrigued in the series. I don't know. It's probably just me, but episode 1 I did not like. Like I feel like it's like it just wasn't good in my opinion. I feel like episode 2 and when episode 3 came out, episode 3 is the one that got me intrigued in the series.
Oh crap! I haven't seen episode 3, so something good must go on. Sean, did you see all 3 or no?
I did. I agree with Arkham. I could take or leave episode 1. I think 3 is where it hits its stride, but then again, I don't know what the stride is until I see episode 4. but I think the 3 is the best one. Overall, you know, the humor is hit and miss. It's some of it makes me laugh, especially when there's a proper straight man for the stuff. When everyone is saying the jokes and stupid, and that happens quite a bit. And also there's a lot of characters that do stupid humor for no reason. And it's like, okay, you know, everyone's saying the F word or like talking about genitals or something. It's like, oh yeah, you know, sure, but it's good in moderation, but it's a constant thing here. Peacemaker himself sucks, but I think that might be the point. Because he doesn't do anything. Like, but I think that's the point, right? That he's having an existentialist crisis. And I think they ruin Vigilante. Vigilante looks comic accurate, but he's too skinny, and also just his character is too, like, you don't like him at all. You know, Vigilante was a landmark comic miniseries back in the 80s. And it was gritty and serious, and that's not what's happening here. But yeah, I think it's okay. I am intrigued by episodes 2 and 3 to watch the rest. But it's one of those things where I sit back and I look at the entire milieu of DC stuff, and I'm like, where are we at here? Suicide Squad has now dominated DC EU stuff.
I love that.
Yeah. Suicide Squad now has more content than any other character in the EU. Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. It's like this thing will dust all of that. It's now the Suicide Squadiverse, and it's like you sunk all your money in this Peacemaker thing. It's like, where in hell is my Superman movie? Like, you know, you're making an out of continuity Batman thing. Where's Wonder Woman 3? Like, what's going on here? Peacemaker is where you put all your chips at. That's sort of the frustration I have with it. But I do think it's fun towards episode 3, and I'll watch the rest of it. But at this point, I'm tired of the whole thing. It's like, my God, who else are you gonna make a freaking show on?
Yeah, because Suicide Squad has 2 Suicide Squad movies,
and this thing is the sequel of the Suicide Squad. They even say at the beginning, well, you saw it, right? It's like previously on the Suicide Squad.
He's also getting another. He's also I think James Gunn confirmed that he's also getting another project that's in the works with DC.
Oh my gosh!
Here's my problem.
Okay, sorry, Sean, you finish. Okay, Sean, you finish. Then Steve. Then I'll.
Yeah, in boxing, there's a term called paper champion, where you set up guys and they're easy to take down. And on paper they're a champion, but they really aren't, right? And that's what the Suicide Squad, and that's what most of the DC movies are now. It's like the Suicide Squad was a huge failure, and this thing dovetails from that huge failure. So now you got this show. It's like and on paper, there's a lot of content and a lot of hours of this failure. So on paper, it's a success, but it's not, you know. So anyway.
All right, Steve, what were your thoughts? And I'm going to address this because this was a thing that was going on recently, but I can address that. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, mine will be super quick. I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't.
I disliked the Suicide Squad. John Cena, I mean, he's cool as a wrestler. As an actor, he's cool as a wrestler. I don't really care about him at all. He was in 12 rounds. Like, that was cool.
I like 12 rounds.
And the Marine, which was fine. But, like, his character did nothing for me in the Suicide Squad. And I was not excited for the series. I'm still watching Dexter, like the New Blood. Finishing that off. So I'll finish that off, then start Peacemaker. But I'm not surprised by what I'm hearing. The character came across as extremely juvenile and stupid in the Suicide Squad. And I had no idea why they were doing a series on him. So just from what Sean has mentioned, what Arkham's mentioned, not surprised. So,
All right. So I'm not gonna assume I'm gonna say this is a fact. Sean and I are the only 2 trauma people on here at the moment. What do you think, Sean? I mean, I know this inevitably goes through your head whenever you see a James Gunn thing. It's not trauma, but it's the most he could possibly do outside of trauma. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean they do some outrageous things for HBO Max, but they can't run over an old lady's head or anything, right? Like
So they can't go. And
but
they can't run,
they show a vagina at one point.
right.
It's
They
like,
can't they can't run over a baby with a car and then run over it a
right,
second
and
time.
things like that, right?
So
yeah.
they can't go that far.
They do, yeah. At one point in episode 3, they have to kill kids,
Cool.
but that's not done the way that it would have been done in the
Trauma.
Trauma.
Oh, like where the children? What was that called? What was that called? Children.
The one with the children at play, is that
Children at play. Children at
Yeah.
play.
Yeah,
When he
yeah.
literally grabbed the kid's head, shoved the gun in the kid's mouth, and blow his brains out. You're like, that was in the trailer.
That's
And I
not
was
done
like,
here, but
no,
yeah.
that's not done here.
It's just
So see,
implied. Yeah.
the thing is, like, I love how I'm watching Peacemaker, and I'm like, James Gunn just wants to go back to trauma, but
Yeah.
he wants to have his cake and eat it too. And I'm like, I kind of like this. So I'm watching Peacemaker and I'm thinking, I bet you everyone despises this show. And then I'm like, why am I not despising it? And then as I'm watching, I'm like, I think I might like this. I don't know. And then I'm like, and then I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like this. And I'm like, this is because, see, Suicide Squad, James Gunn is not the right director for the Suicide Squad. I don't think he is the right director for the Suicide Squad.
I did like Bloodsport.
Which one? Oh,
Bloodsport.
Oh, yeah. He's awesome.
The character?
Yeah, he's awesome. But
Yeah,
James
not the
Gunn basically makes trauma movies that are easier to digest for normal people. Guardians of the Galaxy is a weird thing for him. It has James Gunn isms, but it's not really trauma. It's more entertainment.
It's put through the filter, the Disney filter.
It's put through the Disney filter.
I like it.
I like it as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, and I think this is what happened. Everybody watched Guardians of the Galaxy and everyone thought, wow, these characters were kind of whatever, but this movie is so much fun. I really love this movie. Yay, James Gunn is great. But nobody went online to search James Gunn.
Yeah.
Who is this man called James Gunn? Let's us look him up on the internet. Oh my God, he's crazy. And he does weird tweets and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then they canceled him like 8 years later.
They canceled him. And then they brought him back because he made money. And everyone's like, we need James Gunn. It's like, but you're not getting the real James Gunn. No. And Peacemaker is getting close to the real Jimmy Gunn.
So you like Peacemaker as an auteurist vision?
Yes. But it is
not as a Peacemaker thing.
No, it is not a good Peacemaker show.
Right.
It is not a good Vigilante show. Vigilante sucks in it, and Vigilante is a great character, and he's so usually.
They everyone go and read the old 80s one. It's
they ruined him.
Yeah.
Big time. Awesome. Yeah, they ruined, like, Peacemaker's trash in it. He's crappy in it. They ruined Vigilante. I don't know who else comes later on. I know they mentioned Batmite.
Judo Master.
Okay, yes.
But he doesn't look like Judo Master. Judo Master. Comics. Yeah.
So
another guy, but whatever.
Okay.
Judo Master looks short.
And and they make fun of that. It's like that's the whole thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So James Gunn was not the right person for Suicide Squad because Suicide Squad had so many characters, and it's like this is not a James Gunn thing. But because Peacemaker, this is weird. The further you remove it from the characters, the better I'm okay with it. It's that weird thing where it's like I don't even see that is Vigilante anymore. So it doesn't matter to me at this point. I'm like, okay, I'll just watch it to be a silly thing. Whereas like the Suicide Squad still had very close, it still kind of looked like Suicide Squad characters. So I'm more angry that the characters are being ruined. But if you make them less like the character, it starts to get to the point where it's so far removed that it doesn't matter anymore. It's like, this isn't the real Peacemaker. This is just some other guy calling himself Peacemaker, whatever. It's crazy. Some of the dialogue, I thought some of the jokes I was crying laughing, but some of them were bad.
Yeah, no, I was the same. I was like super dying at some of them.
Yeah,
and especially the one guy. I can't remember his name. The guy who's leading up the team or whatever. Yeah. He's a great straight man.
Oh,
his reactions to everything are priceless. But then there are other things where like he waves at that one guy in the restaurant, and the guy goes back in a back alley, and he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, and it's like, what the hell's happening? And it doesn't lead to anything.
Well,
I watched all 3 episodes. Right? He doesn't come back.
That's Vigilante, isn't it? The guy in the
restaurant? Maybe.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
Vigilante.
Yeah. You know what? No, hold on. Is it? I don't think it is.
Yeah, the
Maybe
guy
it
who
is.
is the guy who saw Peacemaker and was all pumped up for him, that is Vigilante.
Oh, okay. Because at the end, like they do unmask him, and I didn't
Okay.
recognize him.
No, that's him. That's why he comes out, he's all excited that Peacemaker's back so he can
He's
team up
back,
with
yeah.
them. And then he comes out, he's like, "Oh yeah, my girlfriend."
Okay,
and I
well,
are
I still
pregnant."
didn't like it. So.
Okay, yeah, no, I was like, thinking, "Oh, dude, how did you miss that one? Come on." Yeah, that was Peace. No, that is Vigilante. So yeah,
It's
that's
2 in the morning, man.
when he's talking to the Indian guy in the beginning about keeping secrets, I thought that was super funny. He's like, "Can I trust you?" He's like, "No." He's like, "What?" He's like,
"Am I mopping floors?"
He's like, "I'm mopping floors." Like, why would you trust me with a secret? You don't even know me. He's like, and I'm just like, what is happening? I don't know.
I like Eagly, even though Eagly doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Eagly's neat.
Eagly's cool, and he like hugs.
He hugs him. Now. He's like, get my phone. He's hugging me.
Yeah, no, I'm giving it a chance. I think just in the overall, I'm frustrated with the direction.
Yes,
I don't know what's going on here. It's like, I mean, you can do this, and you can do a Shazam too, but you can't do a Superman.
Yeah.
It's like,
they need to do another Superman. If Henry Cavill's going to come back, I'm totally fine with continuing it with him. And if you want to do a different direction, do it.
They're not doing it. They're not doing. It's going to be 9 years in May, so they're not doing it.
They're not doing it. Yeah. How about this? Is anyone getting this? I'm going to get it. But anyway,
what is that?
That's Superman.
I know that's Superman.
It's a Funko. It's a Funko of Superman.
Are you buying it right after you buy the new Riddler, J-Man?
Yeah. No, I'm legit buying the blue Superman. I like electric Superman.
How long has the Funko craze lasted so far?
Forever.
Good God.
It won't. Oh, I'm not buying this. That's for damn sure.
Funko Pop.
This I love that.
I'll send you the Riddler.
Yeah, I like the real Riddler.
I'll send you the Batman Riddler that you love so much.
It's just the duct tape completes it. The fact that
because it's got duct tape.
I'm like,
I literally used duct tape before the stream.
You were.
I did not need to know that.
No, I used duct tape to tape up because my thing was wobbly, so I put one of those washer clips on it and I duct taped it.
I thought something else for some reason, but yeah,
I'm the Riddler. All right.
Oh my God, man.
I'm gonna invite people in and let's see what everyone else thinks. So we pretty much covered everything we needed to.
I have a
go ahead.
question. What do you what are your thoughts on the Flashpoint?
So what's going on with Flashpoint now?
Okay, I'll explain everything because people are confused. Okay, right. After the New 52, the DC comics rebooted with Rebirth. With Rebirth, you had that Doomsday Clock and everything like that, and restarted the whole multiverse into Infinite Frontier, and Thomas Wayne was merged into Earth Zero, where that was with Bruce Wayne and everything like that, and started this dark side multiverse, crossovers or whatever like event.
Yeah.
And now this new series, I think this is gonna be somehow Thomas Wayne is going to something happens in the multiverse that recreates the Earth where Flashpoint Earth was destroyed, and he was brought back to that Earth.
Hoo boy.
It's not that complicated.
Right, yeah. But are people going to actually yeah. Remember when you read a comic book?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't like simple. I love complicated.
Hot take: Spider-Man 2099 is better than Peter Parker's Spider-Man, the original. He is more cooler and futuristic. Well, I mean, the problem with Spider-Man 2099 is that he came after Spider-Man. So anyone that comes after that is not as good. However, coincidentally, I am the only person on Facebook that has a Facebook group for Spider-Man 2099.
That's cool.
You know how many members there are? 10 members. And that includes Steve and Sean and me. So there's actually only 7 members. So if you want to, Marcus, go to Facebook and join the Spider-Man 2099 Facebook group, which I created. You know why I created that Facebook group? because after Spider-Man 2099 appears in Into the Spider-Verse, I'm going to have hundreds of members on that group because I'm the only one. Everyone's going to be like, woo! You know,
I have one more question. Are you going to get? Are you going to get the this limited series?
Limited series of what? Flashpoint?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll get it. Why not?
Yeah, because people are saying they're boycotting because of Jeff Johns.
Oh, why are they boycotting because of Jeff Johns?
Creative director of DC Comics, including the movies.
Yeah,
Huh? Well, this is
and
this
the
is a sad
CW
state.
shows.
No, he's not part of. He was demoted from the movie department, but he's still with the TV shows and comic books.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess people. I bet you can't do anything about that, really.
No.
Like, if people want boycott, go ahead, but that's not going to change things.
No.
People boycott over everything. People are going to boycott over the stream, so it doesn't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Anthony. What is going on?
Is it trash?
I don't have an intro for you, Anthony.
What's up? Hello.
I'm just gonna leave for a second.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Hey, Arkham, how do you get your icon to be that full picture?
Yeah.
You just you go on camera, the like logo that says cam/mic.
Yep.
Click on that and go on virtual background.
Oh.
And press it says background drop, put green and put fade all the way to 100.
Right.
And click an image, upload an image that you want and press it, and there you go.
Yeah, you can join, Marcus. I put the link in the chat if you want to join.
Oh my God, here we go with his terrible takes.
Uh-oh. Is there going to be arguing? Well, Anthony, what do you have to say? You didn't like the new Batgirl
Peacemaker. Right? John Cena is the only good part in the show. Other than that, it's whatever. Like, I agree with Sean. It's just whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, it is what it is. I want to see what is the big payoff of the show. Because, like, they say there's some cool stuff in episode 8, and that's, like, a long time. So, like, it's like, I was like, okay. Superman Lois, I mean, is crazy. I love it. It's an amazing show. That submarine scene when he was saving the North Korean people, like, was great. And them clapping for Superman was good
for sure.
And then at the beginning when everybody is buying Superman merchandise, I was like, damn, bro, I wish WB make these. For like Tyler Superman, I was like, oh wow, I wish WB make these. I would buy them.
Yeah, there's a proper one with his trunks though.
Yeah.
Like that standing he had his trunks. I'm like, well, why don't you do that?
Yeah, it was the real Superman.
Yeah.
So I think that's from like his first appearance, like in a throwback show from when he was wearing the Matt Lasher suit.
Yeah.
Like that throwback, I think
the
that
Flasher
was
suit, yeah.
Which is good in live action. That was amazing to see. I love it. I love each other. Sarah. Jordan girlfriend, I think she probably found somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the way that she was looking at him weird. The way that she was looking at him weird.
In Peacemaker, who's that woman again with the blonde hair and stuff like that?
Is she a character from DC? Because I don't know.
No, I heard a theory that what was that guy's name? Remember in the multiverse and stuff like that, you have this guy with a skull head and stuff like that.
I'm looking up.
I think his name is Bones or something like that, or Detective Bones or something like that.
Sorry, in which one? What are you talking about?
In the multiverse, I think his name is Bones. Yeah, Bone. I think he has he's the organization towards multiverse troubles and stuff like that. And I think whatever the department's called, I think she works for him.
Oh, okay.
And
so I'm looking at her Wikipedia thing, and it just says she's an Argus agent.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, yeah. So she's just an Argus agent, the blonde girl, the Bones guy. Oh, Bones. Yes. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
You understand what I'm talking about? It's possible that she's working for him with the multiverse.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Bones is actually part of the DEO or whatever in the comics.
Because like in the Infinite Frontier, you have appearance of like him helping out the Justice League with like fixing the multiverse and everything like that, having helping hand.
Right. Yeah. So I'll show you guys what we're talking about.
Do you like my name, J-Man?
I didn't. What was it? What does it say?
The
Something
crane.
stupid, right? Yep. Something stupid. I thought so.
It is a illegal move. Johnny Lawrence said himself.
How many martial arts tournaments have you attended to / participated in?
0, but Johnny Lawrence.
So I've been in them.
Yeah, Anthony.
I had an axe. This guy axe kicked the crap out of me 3 times in a row, and nobody stopped it.
Cobra Kai is just an amazing effing show, bro.
Of course it is.
It just man.
Cobra Kai is the best.
Like what's his name? Damn it. I forgot. The villain for the new season.
Terry Silver.
Yeah, Terry Silver. Yeah.
I really hope they bring in the reboot.
Like he
in some way.
You wanted to see a sequel to Karate Kid? That'd be.
Yeah, I want them to actually bring it into like the show.
Which one?
Would be
the fourth one?
No, that's not happening. They've already confirmed that's not happening.
No, James Gunn. That is that's a reboot.
This,
so that
can I share my screen? This is who I think she is.
Yeah, I was trying to. I don't know why it's not uploading the picture. I had a picture of Bones, but go ahead, Arkham.
Bones.
I think it's
chicken bones.
Okay, this is her.
Right.
She works from the DEO. And you have Bones. Bone is the DEO member that deals with superhero threats and the multiverse. So I think that she's not with Amanda Waller. I think she is with Bones, and I think Bones is gonna have a little tease part in Peacemaker.
Okay. Yeah, so Bones.
I'm the only one that figured that out.
Good job, buddy. No, you're right. Yeah, no, that could be it. So Bones.
We're talking about Peacemaker.
Yeah, so Bones is the DEO is the head of, well, he was the head of the DEO, and then something happened to him in what comic was that? I was just reading one of the recent ones, and I think he's now gone or something. So he's literally a skullhead guy.
Yeah.
Who now? I mean, he's an awesome. He looks awesome for sure.
Yeah, he does.
Terry Silver, yeah, that's who we're talking about. Yeah, Terry. So Terry Silver was the over-the-top crazy guy in Karate Kid 3.
He is crazy because he did coke in the third movie.
Yeah, that's no, that didn't happen in the third movie.
It didn't happen in the third movie.
They're just saying that, right? Sean
he looks like he is on coke.
Yeah,
he is on coke. You can tell the whole time. It's like, bro, he want to go in, but he doesn't. He want to come back, but he doesn't at the same time. I was like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. Like
I think Miguel, Cobra Kai doesn't really have a star now because in the teens, right? Like,
yeah,
Hawk won the last one. I like Hawk actually. I like
Hawk. Like he went in beast mode in that fight scene at the end of the season.
Yeah, I like him. I like that character. I think he's interesting. Sean, you don't like him, or did you like Hawk? I can't remember.
Who? Me?
Hawk. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the
I didn't like him
at
first, but I like his story arc. So.
Yeah, I like him.
I think Miguel dad is a drug dealer.
So we haven't seen. So we're gonna see him in season 5.
I believe that's the rumors. That's the rumors going on right now. We might see him in season 5.
Well, that would be very stereotypical. So they're gonna get a shame. They're gonna get a cancel strike on them if they do.
Because Macho doesn't give a shit, man.
Yeah, I know, he doesn't give a crap.
Because he keeps saying it like he never met his father. He wanted to know who his father is and why he left.
I wonder if Hilary Swank will show up.
Who?
I would love it.
The girl from Karate Kid 4?
Yeah, she should show up.
The showrunners, I say that we would love to bring her back, but maybe, who knows? Maybe
so they said that they could bring her back.
Yeah. But not Jackie Chan and
no, not Jackie.
No.
That would be crazy though, but that's not happening. But,
No, it's the Miyagi verse.
Yeah.
And it's so you have to be part
It's
of
only
Pat
the people
Morita.
who met him.
Yeah, it's only the
Yeah.
people. Yeah, and Hilary Swank did technically.
Yes, because she's the one who she's known martial artist, and she could teach the young. These
Michael
young
Ironside
girls.
can team up with Terry
Michael
Silver.
Ironside. Oh man, he was awesome.
Marcus, you got terrible
what?
takes, bro.
The problem with Karate Kid 4 was that I felt that the men beating up the girl was not
was
right.
stupid. Yeah,
And
it was
I-
overkill.
It's
It
like,
was very-
but it's a stupid thing if you like. It just like it's the '80s. What you expect? Like it's whatever.
Well,
That was the 90s.
that was
I
the
think.
90s.
Yeah, that's yeah, 90s.
That's your
Karate Kid 3
territory,
came out in
Anthony.
the 80s.
Don't try to pawn that off on our territory. That's your
But
territory.
like that's a like it's a '90s thing. So I was like, okay, it's whatever. I recently
90s, that
watched
sort of thing
that
happened.
because I recently watched the Karate Kid 4. I only watched the first 3 and I stopped. I was like, oh, okay, so she's in the universe, so they could bring him back anytime. Now, if the actor was alive, this show would have been way different. Way different.
Oh, if Pat Morita was alive?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's in a movie called Auntie's Meat Pies or something.
Yeah,
You should look
I
that
heard
up.
about it.
He was on MASH.
Yeah, and Happy Days.
Yeah.
He's on 100 things. Yeah.
But
He's a
his
hilarious guy.
Besides the Karate Kid movies, his best movie is Auntie's Meat Pies, which is Karen Black who cooks these weird meat. Don't watch it. It's an awful crap movie that only I like, and Sean might like it too. But we're the only 2 people that would like that kind of movie.
I really hope.
Hey,
Kenny
Kristen.
does
Oh,
good
okay,
stuff,
dude. You got all right, dude.
Take care.
Take care, man. Icarus did nothing wrong. I agree with that. Except he didn't. He should have killed more people. That was one thing.
He
He
should have went to the dark side. No, I'm playing.
did.
I'm glad we could find out. If it wasn't Disney, yes, but no. Yeah, I'm Kenny. Everybody, Kenny was the new kid that came out. Yeah, he was good. I like how he keep telling Russo's son Lepuso. I was laughing at that every time.
So, yeah.
See, the point of all of that is that no matter how good you start out, Cobra Kai messes you up. That's the point. Because Kenny was a very good kid, and like Daniel's son was being a total dick. But
he's
he
a
was
bully.
also being
That's what he is.
pressured.
He's side bullying.
So the problem is that. Sorry, what is Sean Payne?
What?
Mike Joy Cobra Kai and his brother Kenny. Yeah. So
hey, we saw him in
we
last
saw, yeah.
season. Yeah,
so the
one
thing is,
episode.
like Kenny, was a good kid, and actually, and Daniel's son is not a bad kid either. But this is what happens, right? He's involved with other assholes that
with bullies too, like the bullies.
Yeah,
right.
All the kids are bad. It doesn't matter if they're with Cobra Kai or not. It's like they're all assholes in this show. Like,
no, but it all stems from Cobra Kai's villainy. That's the point. Like those other kids,
like it rubs off on them, I guess.
Right. Because those other kids were like assholes, anyways.
Yeah.
But then, because of how they treated LaRusso's kid, he then became an ass, and then through that, Kenny joined Cobra Kai. Now Kenny's an ass, and it's like Cobra Kai ruins people. So you have to, and see, Hawk became an ass, and now he left, and he became okay. Yeah. But Daniel, it's complicated, right? It is pretty complicated. There's a lot of like gray, I guess, going on.
I like when LaRusso like breaks the freaking tablet over his knee. He's like, oh, he had enough with his son. So he's like,
that was awesome.
Great, yeah.
Oh, dude, I would have beat the crap out of my kid. It's like,
that was funny. I like how Lawrence and Daniel was fighting each other. That was cool. Like, you think you're better than me? Let's go fight. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. So see now what's gonna happen with Kenny, right? Like, is he gonna be like this ass, or are they gonna get him out of Cobra Kai in time? The thing is, now it's gonna be, Kreese is teaming up with that. Like, I don't get what's going on. This is crazy.
Nah, Kreese is in jail, bro. I was like, bro, your best friend set you up for failure. That's messed up. He really put him in jail. I was like, you going to jail. I was like, nah, that's messed up, man.
Yeah, see, the problem is that we're getting to this point now where it's become like, it's basically a fantasy TV series.
Yeah.
After season two, it became fantasy. because it's like if someone breaks into my house, I'm calling the police. All these kids are arrested. They're done. There's not going to be. I'm going to give them a pass. I'm like, you destroyed my house. You're going to jail. And it's like that's it. There's not going to be this. Well, this poor girl. I don't care about anything. It's like you're going to jail. You need to go to jail. You need to learn. You need to learn to get.
There are too many children. There are too many high-profile karate incidents with people getting hurt and stuff in that universe that they wouldn't even have that tournament,
right?
Because then it would be like, let's cool this stuff down, and they wouldn't celebrate the proliferation of that Cobra Kai is like, we're gonna open all over the valley. It's like, yeah, but like there was just a big, like, in the news almost every night there's a karate freaking fight.
Right. Also, I gotta tell you guys something. So because I was in martial arts for about 2.5 years, and nobody came to those tournaments. We said this last time, Sean. Nobody came. I went to the tournament, and literally there was the parents of everyone who was at the tournament, and that's it. Yeah. It's like nobody else came. So good thing. My mom was the only person who saw me get beat up. That's
crazy. Everybody was clapping.
No. Well, firstly, I was 16 fighting 18 to 20 something year olds. So I was fighting like a 22-year-old guy, and I was like 16. But anyways, I did knock him down once. So I got one. He tried to axe kick me a third time. He got me twice.
Yeah, he got 1 point.
He got 1 point. He got a second point. And he went for another one. And I went underneath and I blocked up and stood up and I knocked him down.
No.
I don't think that counts. I don't know if that counted as a point. It doesn't matter because I just got hit the next turn and then that was it.
Yeah. No, I was like, well, I knew that ref was cheating. I was like, as soon as he took
man, do you think you can kick Anthony's ass?
Why am I fighting Anthony?
I don't
know. He's talking about LaRusso's son.
Oh, he's talking about you, actually.
Yeah, he's talking about you. Funny story. No. When I first met my wife, I was talking about Freddy versus Jason, which was I had a 365 day countdown to Freddy versus Jason. So every day I was like, we're 364 days away from Freddy versus Jason. Every day I would email all my friends saying, guys, it's 360 days away, 359 days. So my wife was included in that. She was my girlfriend at the time. She didn't know who Freddy or Jason was. She thought that I was actually going to fight because I was in martial arts. She thought I was having a match. So she was scared that she was going to have to go to watch this match with me fighting this guy named Freddy because I'm Jason. And I was like, and then she's like, are you actually going to fight this person? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you and Freddy.
I think you should have just said the movie.
And I was like, no, the movie. And she's like, oh my God. She didn't know what Jason and Freddy was. I was like, no, it's Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. She's like, oh my God. She literally thought it was me fighting someone.
So were you training for that year?
No, I was fat. I was eating Big Mac meals, like 3 Big Macs a day and all that.
So it was like grudge match where it's like De Niro sits down, he's eating pancakes and
I could
like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm training. He's like, for what, a fighting contest?
Yeah, I was supposed to beat him in a hot dog eating contest, not in a martial arts match.
Yeah,
it's all a lie. Anyway,
well, they had what was Carrie Underwood or whatever?
Carrie Underwood singing,
sang. That was cool.
I was like, what the hell? What is that? That's a big cameo right there.
That's a pretty good cameo. Yeah.
I was like, wow, Netflix pulled that shit off.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Even the guy in the episode, damn, I didn't thought you would pull it off.
That was funny. They're like, oh, you got him. Yeah, look, if kids break your house and stuff, I'm like, they're going to jail. Like, there's not going to be a karate tournament. There's not going to be helping.
It depends on the parents, though. Like, it's whatever.
No.
If they make good enough money, they're like, whatever. We just fix
So you're telling me someone's going to come into my house and destroy this background, and I'm going to be like, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, all they have to do is just burn it.
It would become Last House on the Left. I would literally trap these people, and it's going to be going.
You know what will happen? Damon will burn them alive.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to become The Last House on the Left. I'm going to lock these people in. It's going to be The Collector. You ever see those movies, The Collection and The Collector? Watch those. That's going to happen.
And then the third movie is going to be The Collected.
Yes. It's like if they ever make that, but they're not.
No, they're making it.
Are they really making it?
I just saw something interesting. You know the guy that the director that made the Arkham games and making Suicide Squad vs. Justice League? He really liked the Peacemaker show.
Oh, interesting.
Like he congratulated him. He really liked the show.
Maybe he's a
He
trauma.
he
fan.
must be a drug.
What?
What movies did James Gunn work on in Trauma?
Romeo and Juliet.
Juliet is
That's
the one
it.
everyone says. Yeah.
That's the one. But did he do? He must have done other stuff. No?
Imagine Peacemaker is in the Suicide Squad game as DLC. That would be awesome.
Oh my god, I'll be like, what the fuck?
All right, let's take a look here.
Like if he liked it, I'm guessing.
I mean, they delayed that game what, like two times in a row. So
No,
yeah.
one time.
One time? Oh no, man, that's the other game, Arkham, whatever you call
No,
it.
no,
man,
that was one time also. Like because of COVID and stuff like that, they had to work from their houses and stuff like that with game design and everything like that. They're both coming this year.
So okay, so actually, all the movies that he's worked on, Romeo and Juliet, I've seen. I don't think I own Romeo and Juliet. Do you own Romeo and Juliet, Sean, or no?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
What is
I've
that
seen it,
ripoff?
but-
What is that ripoff of Romeo and Juliet?
It's Romeo and Juliet. You should watch it. It's great. So I own the specials. I have and Scooby Doo, Dawn of the Dead, Scooby Doo 2, Slither, Super, Guardians of the Galaxy, Belko Experiment. I haven't seen yet. Guardians 2, I own. Brightburn, I've seen. Suicide Squad, I've seen. Guardians 3, I will see. So I've seen everything he's done.
Wait,
Damn.
what did you in Scooby Doo? Did you
Scooby Doo,
direct
he
them,
was
or-
the writer.
No,
Oh, you wrote it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
he wrote Scooby Doo. He
One and
was
two.
written like one line, and then like because that had like 18 writers. in
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Yeah.
He was the producer of Brightburn, which I saw.
Yeah.
That movie, Brightburn, is literally what it is and nothing else. It's like,
Brightburn is literally Superman going crazy.
but it's not
But
really
it's not
Superman
that they
going-
don't. Why is he an ass? It doesn't.
I don't
make
get it.
any
Yeah,
sense.
it doesn't. Yeah, what
It
happened?
doesn't make any
Brightburn-
sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Brightburn is so weird. It's like the first half an hour he's just normal, and then there's a signal from the ship, and then he just becomes crazy. And you're like, what happened?
I mean, he's basically like a Superman ripoff. That's what he is.
Yeah. But he's Manchurian Candidate, basically.
He's basically.
I know they're trying to
Manchurian
do a second movie for that. They're trying to do a sequel.
Yeah, he's actually Winter Soldier, which is really the Manchurian.
Yeah, I
Candidate.
mean Manchurian
Sean,
Candidate.
Sean says
Manchurian
Manchurian
Candidate.
Candidate, but nobody below. The
I know
three-
you
nobody
guys are
below-
uncultured.
Yeah, the guys. Yeah, they're
Holy crap, man!
whoa, we gotta throw it. What do we got here for that one? That was crazy. We gotta
Wow.
throw it in. Boom. Whoa, Sean, come on. I just ordered
Bro,
the
that's
scanner.
the Peacemaker shot right there with the blowing head.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for the below for you guys below the three of us, he's basically Winter Soldier because he gets triggered by that thing and then he becomes like this killer. You know, it's not a bad movie and it's short and everything.
Basically,
so I'm like,
something as Superman.
yeah, I mean, like it's fine. He kills everybody. And you're like, oh, okay. I don't know, like but there's no one to challenge him, so I don't understand like what would the next movie be?
Well,
Just
but then
him-
they imply a whole Justice League of like in Justice League of other characters that are basically DC.
There's a guy
guys,
named.
right?
There's a guy
A
named.
witch that hangs you with her lasso and all that stuff.
Oh, right.
The version of Batman will name Thomas. That's what it
God.
would be. The version of Batman if they do a sequel. Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Phil Michael
Thomas.
Thomas.
I'm a billionaire and I got tech. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, the anti-Batman was Nemesis, right? Did anyone read that? Check. So there's an anti-Batman. His name is Nemesis. I'll pull up.
Really? Wait, they have Brightburn comics?
Hold on. Nemesis. What's that guy's name that I don't like? Steve.
Mark Millar.
You have to be a little bit more specific than
Oh, somebody
It's
just
Mark
said
Millar.
Mark Millar. There you go. Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Sean.
okay.
Or Miller.
Mark Millar is a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bro, thank God his show got
I thought I
canceled.
was the guy who hated him the most.
Nemesis does.
Bro, I forgot the show that they canceled on Netflix. What's his damn it.
Oh, why isn't it? It's saying it can't be downloaded. Okay,
It's,
there we go. All right, so I'll show you what Nemesis.
Icon Comics.
I'll show them to you right now. This is the anti-Batman.
Okay.
Bro,
So
that's
His name is Nemesis, and he's a big rich guy who makes all the tech. He wears the Batman.
He's a
costume,
serial killer.
white, but he's a villain. He's a killer. He's like a serial
yeah,
killer.
Jupiter Legacy. Oh my God, Jupiter Legacy was
Was
awesome.
he in Wanted?
No, I don't think so.
They're making something. I thought they're making a show or movie or something.
That's okay, Zach. You can come on anytime, man. I was just joking. You know, you and I are cool. Jupiter's Legacy, I didn't watch because it looked boring. Was it boring?
That show was horrendous.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty bad.
It was kind of trash.
I saw my wife was watching it on TV and she was kind of playing Candy Crush while watching it. and then I saw a little bit of it, like, oh, this looks really good. And then they started to talk. I thought, oh, this is bad. Like it looked really good.
That's the reason why Netflix canceled it, and they're making another show with that universe.
Our mutual friend was hyping it up to me. I was like,
so maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. So did you guys actually watch it or no? Oh, you saw the whole thing, Sean? So
yeah, and it was boring.
It's
boring. Yeah,
or maybe it's gonna be cool. Maybe it's gonna be cool, and it wasn't. It's very cheap.
I feel like the
looking too.
flashbacks were better. Like,
yeah, it was boring. Like I thought.
But like I watched it, I did not like it. It felt like it was just very boring. Like half the time I was on my phone. It's like,
oh my god!
And the wig really kills that whole show. I wouldn't think that like an appliance on someone's head would like ruin the show. But I think it's Josh.
The makeup on the show was terrible.
Yeah,
it's getting that, baby. Woohoo!
That's terrible.
Did they not make a red
Electric
one?
Blue? You don't like Electric Blue Superman?
Yeah, he's gonna show up in Superman Lois now playing. That would be hilarious if
he might. He might.
I mean, if they're doing the Death of Superman show, why not?
Yeah, he might show up.
Please don't.
Oh,
show me another Death of Superman in like season freaking 2. It's like F sakes.
It's Warner Bros. For you. Warner Bros. Like we demanded do Superman, Death of Superman guys. Okay, whatever.
No, let's kill him.
CW might be sitting there saying this show's actually good. We can't have it because none of our other shows are good. So how can we make it not good?
Superman's legacy. We see that this show is actually good. So let's kill him in the second season.
Yeah, yeah. He's been doing. He's been doing it well. This version of Superman been doing it for 20 years.
That's
cool. He knows the things.
I think it would be. Look, I'm the only person on planet Earth that likes Electric Blue Superman. And
he could show up from an alternate universe. Yeah, why not? Like they haven't discovered yet that there's a universe out there.
I wouldn't look if they did that and Tyler Hoechlin came back in that. That would be very interesting. At least I would never look. I don't think we'll ever see that. But that would be super weird if that happened.
But how would it go into the drama? Because we need to have the drama.
Well, the drama would be that our dad died, and now he's this weird thing, and now he's not our dad anymore.
Yeah, you'd be drinking coffee with them at the table.
He's like white virgin. He's like yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Well, Superman Lois is cool. Let's see where it goes. I mean, if something happens towards the end and they do this big thing, like if he dies at the end of season 2 and then comes back in season 3 anyway, then it doesn't matter.
Look,
right?
I don't care because this is a good Superman. They can do whatever they want. Just don't compromise the character. That's all.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they do Brainiac in season 3. I hope they bring back the guy who played him in Krypton.
They do one save per episode, and I guess that's all we're gonna get, and I'm okay with that for now.
Yeah,
but I like I mean Doomsday is gonna be comic accurate because when he first showed up he got a suit.
He's gonna be not like a big guy.
He has a containment suit.
I want to ask Steve something about Flash and maybe Arkham or Anthony if you've been watching the Flash. So I caught up to the Flash. I want to say that. I lost my train of thought. What I was going to say with the Flash because it was something really was irritating. Oh yes, I remember now.
You talking about the crossover?
Despero.
Yeah.
So he was on there.
Yeah.
Despero, or however you want to say it.
Despero.
I used to say Despero. I don't know why I used to say it that way.
Yeah, me too.
Despero.
Yeah,
it was Despero.
Is it wrong? What's the real way?
Despero.
I used to say Despero. I don't know why.
Despero.
You read it and you don't know how to pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
Right. So anyway,
even the characters in the show is like Despero.
I think Justice League, the anime, because he showed up a few times. Keith David voiced him, and it was Despero.
Okay, so Despero, whatever. So he shows up, and he's a CGI character because he's large and he has like the Johnny has the mohawk and it looks like Despero.
It was not that bad. It was not the CG was not bad.
Yeah, and I've got the toy of that too. And I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then he morphs into this little guy.
I know.
And I'm like, but why would you morph? Like, why would you sometimes be that and sometimes be that? Like, he's not being incognito when he's short and an actor. He has a mohawk and he looks weird anyways. So
it's probably because of the CG. How much is it?
Then you know what they should have done was they should have cast an actor who's big and just painted him pink or whatever and given him a mohawk and then not CGI and just make him a big muscular guy.
Well, you could do makeup or something.
Makeup, like.
Well,
but like I get it. Like it's probably like I mean the show is filming during the pandemic and they're not gonna.
The Flash has officially shit the bed for me.
So what happened? Why, Steve? Why did you bail? I understand that it's not that great, but I didn't watch anything that made me want to bail. Like I should have bailed already.
Yeah, it was literally like the 4th episode. I started watching it, and he shows up, and he's now the Reverse Flash because Reverse Flash changed everything. And it's just this like room full of women, and they just pound the shit out of them. It's Batwoman hits them, and then what Supergirl's sister hits. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of seeing the Flash as a freaking punching bag on this show. It was a culmination of everything. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm not watching this show anymore. I've had it. Like, you lost Cisco. I like Cisco. You lost Kavanaugh. He shows up once in a while, but you lost any of those guys, which was great. And now you have this cheap, third-rate character, Batwoman, which they made. She's not cheap in the comics, but she's cheap on the CW, beating up the Flash. I'm sorry, you've lost me. I'm done.
To be fair, he didn't know. Well, he didn't know like what to do because he thought. I know,
but
he thought that they remember him because and stuff like that. He didn't thought that they would fight him.
The one thing that I didn't like is they took Reverse Flash powers away. Like
I don't think his powers is.
It's like now what are you gonna do with the character? Are you gonna just like?
But you could.
Are you going to do?
But there's different versions of Dawn. There's the younger one.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, are you going? I'm guessing like in the season they'll probably some kind of big crisis happens and they ask for Reverse Flash's help and Reverse Flash is gonna say, "Oh, I'll help you, but you have to give him my speed."
Reverse Flash is a petty. This is what I love about Reverse. He's just a petty person. Like he doesn't give no.
I just don't like the idea of. I don't like the idea of taking his speed away. Like that's part of Reverse Flash.
I agree, Tony.
True, but like at the same time, like he thought that like they will recognize him as Barry instead of Dawn. It's like in Dawn.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But that's like the future. That future doesn't happen no more.
All right, hold on, Anthony.
They've done Reverse Flash 100 times now. He's shown up 100 times after he's supposedly died in season 1. Then he comes back and Barry's out of Reverse Flash. I'm like, oh well, perfect. And then he just gets pounded. And I literally could see a bunch of CW woke execs sitting in a room doing this, watching that.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm finished with this. You know what? I've tolerated this. Season 7 was almost a breaking point. Almost a breaking point. Because that entire season blew from episode 1 to episode 19 or whatever it was.
Right.
I started to give this one a shot. Despero, I'm like, oh, I like Despero. I don't know why he's a tiny little Irish man, but okay, cool.
It's budget reasons, I guess. I mean, you know.
But then, like, they just had this, and I'm like, you know what? For some reason, they just decided that the Flash sucked. I don't remember what season specifically. It was definitely in season 7 because he could do no right.
Right.
And now he's just got these third-rate characters beating the crap out of him. I'm like, I'm done with you. You're finished. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I so you know what, man? I'm like, okay, Batwoman, I can't stand it. I have only watched the first couple of season 2 and then I just stopped. I couldn't do it anymore. I absolutely just seeing Batwoman in that scene in Flash, I was like, why? Stop it. Get her out of the screen. I can't stand the look of her.
Well, she only there for like 2 seconds.
Well, that was a bad 2 seconds.
No, for like a minute. And that's where she was talking to Iris and stuff like that. Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't. She's awful. Her dialogue is awful. And then
she's stuck in your mind, J-Man.
Yeah, and Kara's. I used to really like Alex Danvers, and now she's become almost Batwoman level of can't stand her face.
Yeah.
It's like I can't stand her either. I didn't watch the latest Supergirl season, even though I pre-ordered it for Christ's sakes on Blu-ray.
And know who else I'm starting to hate, or I started to hate?
Yeah,
was Joe's wife or girlfriend.
Yeah, she's trash.
She was really starting. She's like, you don't understand me, and I'm like, someone hit her with this keyboard. Dua Wanted the TV.
Oh, that was the best Wanted.
And break this.
But at the end of the episode, timeline changed and she's all normal and stuff like that.
I'm done with them. They can go fuck themselves.
Whoa.
I'll watch Superman and Lois. I'll check Stargirl out.
Stargirl's on HBO right now. Stargirl's on. I think it's on.
And Stargirl looks really cool because it's got the JSA characters.
It's got the JSA, yeah.
And she looks really cool. She's exactly Stargirl.
100%.
Jeff Johns, they hated Jeff Johns, did a Stargirl one shot, which I really liked. If they do a Stargirl regulars, I always
Jake Garrick show up in one episode, and that's it.
Jay Garrick's cool.
But there's only one flashback scene. We don't know what happened to him in the.
But doesn't Jeff Johns write Stargirl?
No,
anyway?
I feel like
I'm talking about the comics.
He only writes maybe the first episode and the last episode of the season.
No, he does write episodes in Stargirl.
Yeah, but not all of them because there's other different directors doing it.
I don't understand this boycotting thing. If you don't like the Jeff Johns, fine. But wouldn't you like the story or something like that? Don't you like the characters? Do you really have such a grudge towards this man? I don't care about Jeff Johns. I just don't care. I just am there to buy the comic book or just watch the show. That's all I care. I don't care who's involved.
So I bought this. This was the Stargirl special. I bought this.
Oh, I should have got that.
Yeah, I like
all those characters are not even in the show. Maybe, who knows?
Well, Stripe is in it, right?
Stripe's in it. Green Arrow's dead.
No, that's fine. But this is the comic. But they've got the JSA character.
Yeah, his suit looks good.
Yeah, Green Arrow's alive in the comics, Anthony.
Yeah,
in the comics. I'm talking about in the
they don't have to. She's rebuilding the JSA because the JSA is dead at the beginning.
Which is fine because in her time,
they died 10 years ago doing the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the JSA is old, so there's a new Hourman, new Dr. Midnight, I don't know who else.
That guy with the pink pen, I forgot his name.
Like Johnny Thunder?
Johnny Thunder, yeah.
Oh my God, is Johnny Thunder in that show? What? I didn't know that. That's
crazy. For the flashback episodes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Who says say you and then the Thunder?
But the villains are in it, like Icicle and all those guys. So.
Yeah, in the first season and stuff. Yeah. At the end of season 3,
I really liked Icicle. I didn't want to see him get killed off.
I don't think he's dead because I don't know. I don't know if he's dead though.
They finally did a live action version of Solomon Grundy, which was cool.
Oh, that CG looks good for being Grundy.
He looks so much better.
Yo, what's up?
I think Arrow did a version of Solomon Grundy that was terrible.
Yeah, well, because that was it was.
Oh my God!
He was only in the
horrific.
The
Arrowverse was only good.
TV special version.
Arrowverse shows are only good.
He looks exact, so.
Yeah.
The Arrowverse shows were only good around Arrow season 1, 2, and Flash season 1, 2, and Superman and Lois.
Okay.
I liked Arrow. I think Arrow had the most that I liked because I liked it for quite a while. But you know what? I don't like Mia Queen anymore. I used to think she was okay. Now she's irritating. I don't. You know what, man? I don't like Alex Danvers. I don't like Mia Queen. I don't like I like Ronk, but what's the girl's name that he likes?
Do you like Roy Hopper?
Yeah, Alexa. What's her name? Alexa.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here, look. This is what happens on the Flash. I'm going to give you the Flash breakdown episode. A villain comes in, Flash comes in and does something cool. Then Flash gets made fun of, beat up for the entire episode, and then the women do nothing. Like,
all they have to do is just sit and start lab. It's like,
no, yeah, not even. I'm not talking about even just that episode. I'm talking about in general. It's like Alexa and all that. They do nothing. Then it's like, then they show up. It's like, okay, well, if you're so good, why don't you come defeat the villains? And they never do.
No, they whine. They whine.
They whine
all episode long.
And then you know what's so stupid? That future one where they're in the future, and that JP Runk or whatever, who's supposed to be fat, by the way. So where's the fat representation? But anyways, because he's fat in the comics. But anyways, so he's there and he likes her. And for 15 years, they never say anything. And it's like, oh, I never said anything because you kind of broke this date or whatever. I'm like, first of all, this is a future that hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen because Barry's going to prevent this.
No, because Reverse Flash already changed the timeline. He does it good.
It's like, why is there melodrama? Why is there like a drama like plot line that's going to be erased the next episode? It's like they're spending screen time. Oh, I kind of like you. I kind of like you. I'm like, this doesn't matter.
At least they kiss each other, and that's it. And
no, Anthony, you know what? Anthony really loves the Flash.
No. I don't love it.
You know what, Anthony? You know what? Oh, I've discovered Anthony's Wonder Woman 84, and that's the Flash.
No,
that is the Flash for you, Anthony. You're a big
my Wonder Woman 84 is.
I'm talking about my Wonder Woman.
No, but no, I don't like. Don't like.
You want to know my Wonder Woman?
Don't deny, Anthony.
Don't deny it. Stop it,
J-Man. My Wonder Woman 84 is Fan Four Stick.
Oh my god!
Because that's actually watchable. That's actually watchable compared to.
Oh God, no way.
Oh God.
Wait, what?
I have to agree with you, J-Man. That is
Fans full stick.
That is awful.
Yes, it's fun to watch.
That's not even, bro. That's not even Josh Frank.
It's so fun to watch.
No, it's
that movie give me COVID doing theater.
Exactly, it's so fun to watch.
Like
what happened?
I gotta kill myself. Watch that movie, bro.
I will take Anthony's.
For everyone.
I laughed so hard when Dr. Doom showed up.
Here's the question.
I laughed so hard when Dr. Doom showed up.
If you had to pick something to watch, Wonder Woman 1984 or Fan Four Stick, which one would you pick?
Wonder Woman 1984.
Because I didn't fall asleep during Wonder Woman 84.
And
you didn't see the whole movie.
Which one?
I watched it after.
I can't say I hate them both.
Is this the last Fantastic Four?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's horrible.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 84 is.
I would never watch that movie again.
Truth was right about Zack Snyder fanboy. He got terrible takes. In fan casting, bro. Bro.
He wants everyone to.
Bro,
Luke Evans will make a good Batman.
I'm
just saying, Luke Evans will make a good Batman. True. J-Man, do you know who Luke Evans is?
Yeah.
He would make a good Batman, right?
No.
Maybe not. I don't know.
No.
He's the guy from Dracula Untold and the Hobbit.
Bro,
movies.
I say John Hamm makes a good Batman.
John Hamm.
Here's something. He wants everyone in DC Comics to be Andrew Garfield to be cast. He wants the Nightwing.
Andrew Garfield would make a good Flash.
No, he would not.
Yes, he would.
No, he would not, bro.
Yes,
no, oh my God, bro. I'll give up on this.
This man has a crush on
No, bro. And listen. Do I think I should complain? Listen.
So much, go marry him.
Oh my God. Do I think I should join DC?
No.
Maybe in the future, but maybe as a DC character.
Future.
But no.
My question is, who would you cast as Superman besides Henry Cavill?
Nobody.
If we had to bring someone, it would probably be Brandon Routh.
Yeah, I would do Brandon Routh again.
No, it can't be someone who's already been Superman before.
If Henry Cavill, I don't know why WB hate him. It must be an ego.
But I'm saying if for some reason they couldn't bring Henry Cavill back, I would do Brandon Routh.
I think Brandon Routh could still do it.
And he still could do it. He even said multiple times, like, "Yeah, I want to do a Kingdom Come
He needs a
show.
show. He needs an 8-episode season of
I'd say 6 episodes. Or 7 most.
No, I told everybody my other Facebook group is DC Comics Presents, and that's a Superman team up book. I would literally do Brandon Routh. He flew off at the end. He goes to another universe where there's no backstory of anything. He literally lands. He can meet Shaman. Or he could pick, I don't know, maybe Dr. Voodoo or one of these weird mystical characters who meets him and says, "Oh, I'm aware of the multiverse. I know you're Superman." Yeah. And then literally every episode, Superman teams up with a different hero that we haven't seen in other stuff. So he could team up with random guys, and then they fight a cool villain and make it episodic. Every Superman episode is a different team up. You call it Superman Presents, and it'll be called episode 1 of Superman Presents, then the name of the hero. And then that way, every week you're like, oh, who's you going to team up with this week? You know? And then you just do it that way. No continuity with other CW things. Just have it be on its own. Superman fight and action. There's no Clark Kent. There's no identity. He's just Superman, and they build a fortress of solitude. He's got a friend in there that can help him
has
decide.
a point. Like
what's
Superman's dead. Supergirl's
I know.
the future.
That's not gonna happen. If they
like a point, I was like, bro, if Henry Cavill, listen, if Henry Cavill doesn't want to come back or WB hate him, why not call Brandon and have him like show up in one movie to teach?
That sounds interesting. But I have a great cast for Batman, and it's my name right now.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal's Prophet, so that's over. He's not Prophet.
Oh, he's a Prophet guy. Every movie he does is always does good. I don't get that.
No, the name of the character is Prophet. It's a Rob Liefeld creation.
Oh, he's also Mysterio.
Yeah, but he's also cast as Prophet, so that's it now. So he's going to.
Mysterio did nothing wrong.
Mysterio is dead.
Mysterio.
Anthony, do you agree with my new name?
I disagree with that.
I agree. That's a great opinion, bro. That is amazing. That is fabulous. That's a good name right there. Amazing name. Yes, great movie too.
Oh my god. Okay,
you got terrible. Like, no, okay. Jake, bro.
The award goes.
Jake is terrible. Jake is a good actor. He was good as Mysterio. But no, bro. No. Mysterio did nothing wrong. Oh my god. Yes, he did something wrong.
He was killed by the villain in Spider-Man.
No, bro, he kills. He's the killer.
I agree. I agree with J.K. Simmons.
Guys,
Mysterio was killed by the villain.
J-Man is dying.
Mysterio was killed by the Spider-Man. Mysterio was a multiversal hero.
Oh my god, we got J-Man dying in the street.
I'm sorry.
J-Man is dying, bro.
I'm really sorry.
Thank you, Truth. He has the worst fan cast in history. Oh my god.
Man, you guys want Army Hamill as Batman. I don't want to hear it.
What? Why? Marc Hamill as Batman? Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
I want Cannibal as Batman. I don't want.
Okay, Arkham, you won. Arkham, you won the prize for tonight's.
Arkham Hood is back.
Oh
no.
So
what prize do I get?
I don't know.
You get a cookie. You get one of those cookies from Squid Games.
Is that from Beverly Hills Cops?
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, my grocery store, which is a Chinese grocery store, has Squid Games keychains. They have all the characters.
Ooh, that sounds so cool.
Yes,
that actually sounds cool.
I was thinking about
you could buy them in the street for like $5 a pop.
Yeah, it's $5. They're $5 here. So
yeah, it's like it's cheap as hell.
Yo, when I worked at Party City, everyone wanted
the
Squid Game costumes.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
This man, Zack Snyder fanboy, definitely works so well to Hermana. Oh my god, true.
Oh my god, no.
Oh my god.
I actually think about what I want for a fan.
No, you don't. Not really, bro.
No, you don't. You have trash opinions. All of them.
Nah.
No, bro. No.
Okay, that's it. No, stop it. Okay, guys, we have to end this because I now have to take a
Don't,
piss
bro.
badly.
Don't.
I was doing good, and then I started laughing, and that's it. It's over now. Plus, it's late for me. Okay, guys, we're gonna be live this Wednesday. We're gonna do Karate Kid Part 1 versus Karate Kid Part 2. We're gonna try to figure out which one's better.
Cobra Kai wins, hands down.
Oh, did you read the recent comic books, J-Man?
No, Karate Kid?
No, DC.
Oh, I was gonna say DC. Yes, I've read everything except for the latest detective comics that just came out now. But I read Action, I read Wonder Woman,
I think it's
Batman.
Justice League versus the Legion of Superheroes. Did you read that?
No, I didn't read that. That's JMD Mateus, who I really like, and I'm friends with him on Facebook. But I haven't read his thing. I haven't read his. His next thing coming out is Ben Reilly Spider-Man, which I'm going to get for sure. But I know I didn't
Ben
read
Reilly.
Legion.
Oh yeah, Marvel did announce that on Twitter.
I really like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, Legion is a thing that I just never got into. That's a Clobberin Times topic. He loves. That's his like favorite team is Legion. Well, one of his favorites is Legion.
Wait, Legions of Doom?
Legions of superheroes. It's
from the future, right?
That's
cool. You could do. I mean, that would be a great story to do in live action.
They're
going to do it.
They're doing an animated show, I believe.
Yeah.
Well,
they're doing
again, we'll see how good it is. We'll see how good
probably
it is.
garbage.
It'll be probably garbage.
J.J. Abrams, you know.
Yes, exactly. All right, guys, we got to go. So this Wednesday, Karate Kid versus Karate Kid Part 2. So we're going to see how that goes. Okay, guys.
Peace.
Thank you so much.
Peace.
See ya.
Hey, friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.